You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
They better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face. Don't you see me down here trying to change my way. So
Holy Spirit, activate.
you better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey, hey, hey.
You cannot. Okay.
Holy Spirit,
They
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
You better get them, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get them, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh no.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Activate. Let's go.
they say I ain't saved cause I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need and that's it. They always in my business cause they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick in the face.
Hi. Hello everyone. I love you guys. Sorry. I was sending out some emails and stuff. And I was also looking more into the topic at hand. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. Okay. Now, it's in the morning, so I'm not coming on camera. I look a mess. I look a mess. I like literally just rolled out of bed. So, I look a mess. I didn't, okay, whatever. So, yes, I'm not coming on camera. So let's get into why we are here. Now, there is rumor going around that the young man, well, one of the men from the powing the death of Takeoff was allegedly KILLED last night, y'all. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna talk about that. Is it true? Is it false? There's a lot of people that are going around stating that it is true, and there's people going around stating that it isn't true. So we're going to sit over here and figure it out ourselves. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. So we're going to figure it out ourselves. Okay. Now, I went to other reputable sites to make sure that the information was true. Because, I don't like to just go forward and just state things. I like facts. I like facts behind what we are stating and then give our opinion on facts. Okay. So please hit the like. It's already, we ain't been here 5 minutes and it's already 400 people in the building. So please hit the like. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. So I saw an article and it stated that he was 16. So that's why I put at 16 years old. And as you see, it has a question mark. There's a lot of people that are very annoying that don't actually pay attention to the title. Now, I've seen other YouTubers that are posting things like the person, the alleged suspect that did what, that caused the death of Takeoff has been KILLED, right? And that Jay Prince and Jazz Prince, I should say, that they may be involved due to other things that have happened with this same alleged male, which is named the person that was there in the yellow hoodie. His name is Joshua Cameron. So Lil Cam, who's in the title, that was allegedly one of the powers at the event at the bowling alley. His name is, so it's Migo Bands, the person that's supposed to be allegedly related to Quavo. And then there was Lil Cam was the other person that was supposed to be a power at the event. Okay. Lil Cam is not from Texas. I believe he's from North Carolina. It's North or South Carolina. We'll get into that. But he's not from Texas, and neither is Migo Bands. Neither one of them are from Texas. So again, I don't understand why people keep blaming Texas, besides the fact of Jay Prince's kids, besides his children. Okay. I feel like that's why people keep involving Texas, besides that's where it happened. Obviously, that was the location, Houston, Texas. So yeah. So let's get right into this. So I went over to TMZ to see if TMZ, because a place like them, they're credible. So I went over to TMZ to see if there was any updates and what went on, allegedly with the Lil Cam, allegedly, well, his name is Joshua Cameron, aka Lil Cam, to go over and see if anything happened to him. Like, did this really happen? Was he really pop out last night and whatnot? And I did not find anything. TMZ has not stated anything, but again, this did happen, I believe either late last night or early this morning. And so Shakur Stevenson is back in the public for the first time since Takeoff's Pow Pow. Now, Shakur was there. Here's a picture of them from that night. Quavo, Shakur, and Takeoff. So he was there, and obviously, I'm sure, just like other people, he's been traumatized by what happened, because again, he was literally present when the pow powing happened. Again, there he is, right there, standing right next to Takeoff. So he was there, and he hasn't said anything for a few days. So he finally has spoke, but it wasn't really about the incident. It was more so of him saying, like, rest in peace, whatnot. So let's get this, because this is the only update that I have from TMZ, and then we're gonna jump right into these allegations about Lil Cam. Is he alive or not? So I just read that. So boxing star Shakur Stevens is back in the public for the first time since Takeoff's tragic Sh00ter. But he did not speak about the events that went down that night. TMZ Sports broke the story. Shakur was standing inches away from the Migos rappers just moments before he was fatally shot, twice in Houston. Stevenson went silent on social media in the days following the pow powing, aside from a tweet honoring his friend saying, rest in peace, Takeoff. On Thursday, Shakur returned to his usual routine by joining the Spit Bucket podcast to talk boxing, and he seemed pretty composed throughout the interview. The incident literally happened just days ago, and it is understandable to consider Shakur isn't mentally ready to talk about it. He did, however, talk about who he'd like to fight next, as well as some predictions on upcoming matchups. So again, he did not speak of what happened, and who could blame him? I mean, this just happened. And so, yays. So this is the first time he was there. So this is why this is important, because he was there, he was right there. So it's very unfortunate. But moving right along. So let's get into this. Bam. Who is Lil Cam? Takeoff's Killer was shot dead in Houston, Lil Cam, Fifth Ward. Okay. So before we get into this article, I want to get into this because this is really where it's like coming from. On Twitter, if you look here, Houston police. So Houston police, okay, put that up. Hold on one second. Let me jump into the chat. He's alive. He's alive. Please send Sean W. Show at Gmail at IG. If you have any article or anything that's stating that he is alive, please send it to me. Please send it to me so we can read it here. Again, I just found out about this 45 minutes ago, 45 minutes to an hour ago. I found out about it. So, and I had to take a shower, wash up, brush my teeth, all of that stuff, set up the live, all of that good stuff. So I'm sure there's been plenty of updates since. So please send it to me. If you have anything of him being alive, please send it to me. Don't just write it in the chat. Let's put, I like to deal in receipts. So if y'all not saying that he's alive because y'all go with him, or he live at your house, or that's y'all cousin, or something like that, you just got off the phone with them, that's not enough for us. We need proof. So please send us proof so we can read it. I would love that. Please, 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 please. Big homie West said I sent the link to Cam's friend. Can you send the link to me? So again, he could be alive. Like I said before, coming in here, I don't know for a fact. I'm not there. I don't know any of these people. So I'm not around. I have no idea. I'm just going off of what has been reported, and there are multiple reports of it. So it could definitely be false, and it could absolutely be true. But Houston Police Department themselves, it may be, but this ain't. Listen to this, yummy yums, girl. Houston, let me make this big on the screen, y'all. Bam. Um, Houston Police Southwest officers are at a shooting scene in 21 Holly Hall. Adult male transported to the hospital with a ricochet wound. Shooter stayed at the scene, 202. So I'm like, okay, well, what does this have to do with that? And I also heard in another article, which I'm gonna pull up right now. It said that he was 16. I'm like, he's 16? I'm like, what? So okay, so who is Lil Cam? Houston resident Lil Cam of Fifth Ward. Mob ties was pow powed and KILLED. The shooter allegedly Takeoff Migos was also perished. He passed only a few days ago after Migo rapper Takeoff was fatally pow powed at Houston bowling alley. In this article, we will explain who is Lil Cam. Therefore, kindly follow this article to the end to find out who Lil Cam and also a lot of other facts about Lil Cam. Okay, so Houston Lil Cam Fifth Ward death. Lil Cam has passed away. Joshua Isaiah Cameron was popularly known by his nickname Lil Cam. According to reports, he was confirmed dead following a pow-powing in Houston last night, which was November 4th. Okay. Lil Cam was originally from a small town in upstate South Carolina. He died a few days later after Migos rapper Takeoff was pow-powed to death at a bowling alley in Houston. Lil Cam was actually seen in the viral video. In the video, he was wearing a yellow and orange hoodie and was standing right by Takeoff. This was just a few minutes before the pow-powing. Okay. Takeoff's KILLER was shot dead in Houston. Lil Cam Fifth Ward. Lil Cam Fifth Ward mob ties member was pop out in Houston. Takeoff's alleged. Am I reading that over again? Is this the same? Okay. It's not. So died in the shooting. There is no official statement released by the Houston Police Department identifying he was the actual killer. The shooting that KILLED Takeoff took place in the 1200 marks of Houston. Okay, we already know this. Yeah, let's get back down here. Okay, so y'all see this is Lil Cam's picture. Okay. Who is Lil Cam? Lil Cam is a 16-year-old rapper, producer, and songwriter. Oh my goodness. So I'm not just saying he's 16. The articles are stating that he is 16. It is not Sean Davieway. So we're coming in like, that's cap. He ain't 16. He ain't this. This is what the article is stating. Again, I do not know him. So y'all don't come at me. Come at the article. Come at who's them? Come at latest news, fresh live. Let's go to the top. Let's go to the top. Freshers Live, go to them, okay? Not Sean. Sean is not saying he's 16. Sean is not saying that he's not living anymore. Sean's not saying any of that. They are, okay? So go holler at them. Go holler at them. Lil Cam is a 16-year-old rapper, producer, and songwriter. His real name is Joshua Isaiah Cameron. He is from the streets of Pendleton. Pendleton is also known as Pimp Town, which is a small town in upstate South Carolina. Lil Cam was actually pow in Houston, saying that he was the one who KILLED'd an American rapper Takeoff, but it was not proven till now. Multiple Migos fans have taken to their various social media pages to share the emotional tributes. So again, it is not me stating these things about him, okay? There are a lot of other YouTubers and blogs that are talking about this right now. So at the bottom, here's some little facts about Lil Cam. It says his real name is Joshua Isaiah Cameron, and is Lil Cam's real name. His nickname is Lil Cam, we got that. And they're saying that he was pow in Houston's Fifth Ward. And they said that he was allegedly the one who took the life of Takeoff. Okay. Mhm. Now let's get into this because there's more. There's more. Let's get into there's more. So Lil Cam, again, this is a whole nother article. This is from SNBC13.com. Lil Cam, Fifth Ward Mob Ties members, Pow Pow in Houston, Migos alleged KILLER died in shooting. Okay. Okay, now let's get into this. So, Lil Cam death. Lil Cam passed away. Joshua Isaiah Cameron, popularly known by his nickname Lil Cam, has been confirmed dead following a pow-powing in Houston tonight, Friday. Okay, today is Saturday morning. This allegedly happened last night. Okay, according to reports. The singer, who was originally from a small town in upstate South Carolina, died a few days after Migos rapper Takeoff was pow-powed to death. Okay, at a bowling alley in Houston. Lil Cam, who was seen in the viral video in the yellow and orange hoodie, was standing right by Takeoff a few minutes before the pow-powing. There is no official statement released by Houston Police Department identifying Lil Cam as the suspect wanted in the murder of Takeoff. The pow-powing, that KILLED Takeoff, took place on the 1200 block of Polk Street, downtown Houston. At least a dozen police departments went to, went to the scene of the incident. According to arriving officers, Takeoff was located suffering at least 2 wounds to his torso. One was to his torso. He was pronounced dead at the scene, according to the Houston Police Department. The 2 other individuals were transported in a private vehicle to an area hospital. Their condition is not known at this time, which they're fine. The American Takeoff's real name is Kershnik Kari Ball. Law enforcement sources and multiple witnesses say the deadly incident happened around 2:30 a.m. Officers received a call of a man pow-powed at a bowling alley called 810 Dillard's in Bowling, Houston. Okay. Preliminary investigation. Lord, it's early. Preliminary investigations determined that Takeoff and Quavo were at the bowling alley playing rolling dice game when an altercation broke out between Quavo and others. Now, here's some new information that I haven't heard. The altercation escalated to multiple shots fired. Takeoff, who wasn't involved in an argument, was struck twice to the body. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The identity of the 2 victims were not immediately disclosed. Migos fans took into account, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Report, this is what I haven't heard. This was new to me. A report alleged Lil Cam, who was right by Takeoff before he was shot twice to his body, made attempts to grab his chains, y'all, immediately after he was pow-powed. These assertions have not been backed up by the investigating department. Y'all, is that true? Is that true? Oh my goodness. Because I was looking at this video. Shout out to all y'all in the chat. Shout out to Stevie. He said a 16-year-old was the security guard. No. He was actually just there. And he has been, we're about to get into that right now. He has been with Jazz and Jay Prince before. Now, again, this is new. A report alleged Lil Cam, it's new to me. I'm not, it could be, other people could probably already talk about it already, but this is the first I've heard of this. A report alleged Lil Cam, who was right by Takeoff before he was pow-powed twice to his body, made attempts to grab his chains immediately after he was pow-powed. These assertions have not been backed up by the investigating department. Now let's get into this on Twitter. And now we got to go over to Twitter. Because right here on Twitter, y'all, because this is, who they saying is, this is him right here in the yellow. Please send to Sean Davy Show at IG.com. At IG, if you have anything proven that he is alive, please do not just come in here and say it. Let us know what you know so we can pull it up on the screen so that everybody can know. Because if he's alive, let's do it. Like, let's prove. Look, here you go. Here, a picture of him. He's fine. That's Cap. Blah blah blah. That's fine. That is fine. But it's been reported that he is not alive. So Y'all coming in here saying that he is alive proves nothing. Just like the people that are saying he gone proves nothing. So because the police department or anybody else has not confirmed this information, and it did just happen last night. So sometimes it takes time. It absolutely do. Moderators, do not block anybody that says that he is alive. Do not block them, but time them out. Time them out. If they're not sending us no receipts of that this person has not passed away, that he is still alive, please time them out and keep timing them out. Don't block them because they're not saying nothing wrong. I'm just stating, please send us the information that you have that he is still alive. Please, please, and thank you. We are not saying that you are lying. We're not saying that we don't believe you. That's not proving anything. Who the F are you to say he's alive and we just supposed to believe it? Oh, this person just came in here and said he alive, Sean. So all of this is cap. You might as well just go ahead and end this live. Because this person in the chat just said he alive. Okay. Do they have any recipients? Because that's a coupon. A coupon is just you writing it in the chat. Send us a recipient, a receipt, proof of purchase, please, and thank you. That is all we are requesting. We're not stating that anyone is lying. We are not stating that. We would just like proof ourselves. So his accounts are private. I've noticed that too, that his accounts are private, but so is Migo Bands. He's still alive. Ain't nobody going around saying that Migo Bands passed away. Ain't nobody going around and saying that in Fifth Ward last night, Migo Bands was popped. Ain't nobody saying that. As far as we're concerned, Migo Bands is still alive. Very so much. So it's the same thing with Lil Cam. If Lil Cam is still alive, please all send us a receipt. Okay? And we can pull it right up. We can put it on the screen and we could go over the information. It's that simple. But to just say that he's alive with no proof is annoying. So that's all we're saying. So please send the link. Please send the link. If you have a link, send it to Sh00ter Show at IG. On IG. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's it. That's all. That's all I request. That's it. No tea, no shade, no none of that. But yes, please send us information. So this is Lil Cam on the screen right now in the hoodie. And he is around. If you look across from him, that is, oh, Lord, I want to, please, Lord, help me say this right. That is Jazz Prince over there. No, that's J Prince Jr. over there, right? In the black with the hoodie on, immediately across from the table, and the black with the white face paint on his shirt. I mean, on his Lord, on the shirt, on his face. That's J Prince Jr., right? And then, or is that Jazz? Lord, Lord. James Prince Jr. Okay, and then Quavo is with the red on. So, but on the other side of the picture is Jazz Prince, right? Okay, so that's Jazz Prince over there. Please, Junior. Lord, this is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. Hi, CDT. This is crazy. Where are these teens' parents? No, I agree. Where are the parents? But I don't know if he's 16. I don't know that. That article said that he's 16. He could very so much be an adult. I'm not stating that article did, but I just found that a little shocking. Like, wow, he's only 16 years old. What was he doing around all these grown men if he's 16? So I just find that weird, that a 16-year-old would be at a party with all these grown men. I mean, it's not uncommon, for, like people from 16 to 18 to hang around men a lot older. But, I just kind of found that a little weird. I was just like, interesting. I'm only asking for the link. He is still alive. His accounts are private. Is that what makes him alive? Private accounts? Is that what makes him alive? I don't get that. Because I have like 4 people in my life that have the passwords to my things. Miko Band's accounts are private as well. But ain't nobody going around saying that he's not alive. So that's all I'm saying. We would love, if you have something that shows that he's alive, I would love that. So we could put it on the screen and explain to everybody how he is still alive and this is cap. I have no problem doing that. But there are too many sources going around saying the opposite. So until somebody can, because I don't see anything stating that he is alive. I see a lot of things saying that he is passed, but I don't see anything stating that he is alive and well besides comments. Like comments are saying that there's no blogs or anything like that that is sharing that he's still alive. And again, he could very so much be, like I stated at the beginning of this live. I can't follow links to StreamYard. That's why I said send it to me on IG. And yeah, so again, like I was stating, he could very so much be alive. I would just like proof so I can put it on the screen to show people. Ain't nobody in this chat, unless you are Lil Cam, word good enough for me. It's not. Now, a family member or, you know, something like that, if you're in the chat and you know that he is still alive, tell me to drop the link and you could come up here and let me know. Like, that is completely fine. I will go with that. But just random people, I'm not going with. I don't know y'all and y'all don't know me. So that's why I deal in receipts. I like to deal in facts. That's all. I can pull up on the screen and show you that it is stating that he passed away, but I'm not pulling. I don't have anything to pull up to say that he is alive. So if you do, just send it to me and we can pull it up and then we could literally change the whole mood of the live and be like, here's alive, this is Cap, blah, blah, blah. But until then, moving right along. So this is him, Lil Cam, you know, at the event. And this is also a photo of Lil Cam with a weapon at the event. And then there's another picture. There's actual smoke right here. If you look, there's gun smoke around that same individual with, you know, the yellow hoodie. So this is why he's a suspect. This is why he's a person of interest, as well as Migo Bands, right? So I was looking, because y'all know I'm nosy. Y'all know I am nosy. Lord knows I'm nosy. So I think I skipped it. Right here. So they're stating that Lil Cam works for Jay Prince and the Prince family, Jay Prince Jr., Jazz Prince, well. They say he works for this family, and he wears black shirts a lot. Jay Prince Jr., do you have any other clothes? Because you always got on this black shirt. Now, y'all see he got on this hat that say mob ties. So, Jay Prince Jr. So that's why a lot of people are, I'm not stating that it's not fake. I'm not one time have I said I know for a fact that Lil Cam has passed away. I don't know. I don't know him, neither do you. And with this photograph here is showing Duke the jeweler. Now, he was pow-powed. He was, you know, he has passed away as well. And they are stating that Lil Cam robbed him as well. Okay, that Lil Cam robbed him. Okay, and the same, you know, and you see Duke the jeweler, and then you look down here at the bottom at the circle picture, that is Lil Cam and Jay Prince. That is Lil Cam and Jay Prince. Okay. So, and then if you look up, so the person in the picture down here at the bottom in the circle, let me make sure I got it right here, down here in the circle, that's Lil Cam, that's Jay Prince Jr., right? And up here is Duke the jeweler, and he Duke the jeweler, and he passed away, right? And he was robbed. And they're saying that Lil Cam is the one who did. So they're trying to say that, you know, basically that Jay Prince set them up. I'm just saying. I'm just telling y'all what the people saying. Okay. I'm just telling y'all what the people saying. It is 1,800 people in here. Please hit the like. Please hit the like. We about to take, okay, look, I'm about to play this song real quick while y'all hit the like, because we about to get into this, because I found this very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm just like, this is interesting. I don't know. Jay Prince. I don't know. This is a little weird. This is a little weird. This, you know, I don't know. It's a little weird. I don't know. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. No, I agree. We need proof. We need proof. Just like with this situation, like I said, it's a little weird. I'm not saying that this actually happened, that Jay Prince had something to do with, because as you see, it says the night Duke was robbed and KILLED at Jay Prince Jr.'s dice game. And look who was right there as well. yellow hoodie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I have, again, I have not. Would you like to come up here with proof? Please. Would you like to come up here with proof? Because you windmilling. You windmilling. Look, and you must be Lil Cam. Lil Cam, come up here. Lil Cam, would you like to come up here and let the world know you alive? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Let me drop the link for Lil Cam that's alive and well in this chat and tired of people going around saying he passed away. Let me drop it for him. Let me drop it. Let me play Holy Spirit activate while y'all hit the like. Hit the like. I'm not coming. Hit the like because it's way too many of y'all that hit tonight. The like is free. Hit the like. Hit the like. Hit the like.
Okay.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better do it, Lord.
Holy Spirit,
You
activate.
better get him, Lord.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Before I get him, Lord.
Activate.
Hey.
Activate. Let's go. Holy Spirit, activate. Oh no. Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Okay.
Activate.
Hey, hey,
Let's go.
they say I ain't saved because I cuss a little bit. But you're the only judge that I need, and that's it. They always in my business because they say I backslid. They read the Holy Bible, but they ain't applying it. So Holy Spirit, activate. If you do it right now, that would be great. I ain't trying to smack this chick.
You are not him. Hello, Jay.
Was goody, was goody.
What's good? You are not him. I just saw you dancing on camera.
I was jamming. You feel me?
I feel you. So, how do you know that he's alive?
Come on, man. That nigga ain't get killed.
How do you know that?
Hey, yo, we looked up. Everybody, we looked at reports of people that died in Houston. Man, that nigga ain't died. It was only a worker by Taco Bell that got killed. He didn't. He's in critical. He got shot in his head. And he say nothing about no dude, nobody else that died. He's not dead. He was just in the Twitter spaces yesterday.
Okay, so you said that y'all looked up who passed away yesterday and his name didn't pop up?
Nah, his name didn't pop up. It was just only a dude that a worker that was like delivering food for Taco Bell, and he got shot in his head in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in critical. They ain't pronounced him dead. Nobody died in Houston yesterday.
Okay.
That's big facts. He was just on the Twitter spaces. Look it up. And nigga ain't dead, man. He just laying low.
Well, that ain't laying low with people going around saying that you're gone.
Yeah, but whoever the person that started that room, and that was a fake news report. That shit was made up.
But here's the thing. Now, again, I remember because a lot of people with these blogs say that people aren't credible, right? So I remember with Gossip of the City when they dropped the information about Kevin Samuels, and just because it wasn't reported yet and his name wasn't in the system, everybody said it was cap. Everybody said it was a lie, and then it came out to actually be true.
Yeah,
So,
but
and it happened late last night. And if he is one of the suspects in the case, there would be a lot of reasons that the police would withhold that information. So that's why I said it'd be nice if somebody had something like real, besides the fact that, like, oh, well, they haven't said. I mean, again, Takeoff's name wasn't out there right away either. Just because
nah,
people.
Takeoff shit was with man. That shit came when I was asleep. I woke up around 3 o'clock, man.
Mhm.
It was already out there. That Takeoff was already shot. They said him and Quavo was already, shot. They didn't say that
All on
he was
video. If
dead.
that wasn't on video, we wouldn't have gotten that report so quickly. But since so many bystanders were there and recorded it and placed the photos and audio and videos out there, that's how they couldn't hide it. Like, so if they wanted to, they couldn't. So if this wasn't on video with the Takeoff, I don't think we would have gotten as much information as we had
I
as so
I
soon.
I agree with you. Only thing is, I just like I only thing I, I just think it's different if it was that we probably would have because we talking about the Migos. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? So I honestly do think that if something did pop off like that, just with so many people there, especially females, it's gonna be reported ASAP. Yo, the Migos was just blah blah blah, and it was a shootout, or you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So
But see, he's a smaller guy, Lil Cam, so only certain people would know something like that anyway.
you look at different bloggers.
I've been seeing a lot of different YouTubers as from like for like the last 4 hours. A lot of YouTubers are going live about it, and I have been seeing with certain blogs they have not posted it yet. They
Yeah,
have
cause
not. A lot of blogs have not.
you look at King AK-47.
No, where is he on Instagram
Now
or Twitter?
he on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah,
Okay, what? Okay.
he's one of the people that broke the news from saying that it was the yellow hoodie dude that had the gun. Period from the
Mhm.
rip. Now everybody went with the narrative. Now check it out. He's the person that stamped it today that said, "Yo, he's not dead," and he's not gonna get on there and lie, but it's facts. You look at the dude. I forgot the dude name on YouTube. He put the report out saying that he was dead. That was not a real news report. That was fake. It was fake. It's not real. That dude is not dead. He was just on Twitter and his spaces. He blocked all his pages, unblocked it one time. That nigga ain't dead, man. Don't believe the cat.
So y'all is thoroughly believing that he is because again, like I said, he could absolutely be alive. I'm not saying that at all.
But
Because again, no like real strong, credible sources came forward and stated that because the websites that I read from, again, I'm not giving those sites any credibility. I'm just saying that they posted it. But I don't know them to be credible. That's why I went to places
exactly.
and I looked at news in Houston, and stuff like that. And I did
Yeah.
see that a pop howling did happen. Yesterday was actually two of them, but it didn't state anything about anybody passing away. So I'm just like, okay, well, but
Nah, he ain't die. You got over 141,000 following. You got a heavy following. I promise you, if you bring people up here from Houston, they gonna stamp that he's not gone. I promise you. Have people come up here from Houston and go live. I promise you, they tell you that nigga ain't dead, man. That's all cap. He ain't dead. He hiding out.
all right. All
Uh-huh.
right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna
I'm gonna get
keep
back in
going
your
this up
chat.
there. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming up. I'm gonna drop the link again. So if you want to come back up, definitely come back up. But yeah, I definitely appreciate the information you brought.
Let me get back in the chat. No
All
problem.
right. So yeah, shout out to Jay. Again, he could still be gone. With all of that being said, he could still be dead. So it is what it is. Let me keep on going. Where were we? Shout out to Jay for coming up here stating that information. So and I will check out King. I will check that guy. I absolutely will check his YouTube out as soon as we get off of here. So with this information coming out, rather true, false, whatever, this information would definitely be beneficiary to nobody more than, let me see, let me pull up a picture. Actually, I'll just wait. This information will be very beneficial to somebody like P from quality control because again, Migo Bands is signed to them and he is a part of their team. So to state that this individual, because again, I do not know if he is alive or gone, but I do know that he was there, and this is the one in the yellow, and we do see the stills from the video of him. He definitely had a weapon, and he definitely fired it. Here, right here is the weapon in his hands, and then here is where you see the gun smoke coming from the weapon being fired. So clearly, um, he did have the weapon. He did pop out that gun. It absolutely went off in his hands. So oh, y'all sending me stuff. I love when y'all send me stuff. So I'm about to pull all of that up. This information will be beneficial to somebody like P from quality control. And the reason it would be is because it would make Migo Bands innocent of those charges. Because again, it is rumored that Migo Bands is Quavo's brother. So, which let me pull that up. I will pull that up. I will pull up Migo Bands because, yeah, he definitely is allegedly related to Quavo. They have so many pictures together. They've collaborated together on music and whatnot. So this will be beneficial information for them because it would technically exonerate Migo Bands. And so I'm just stating that. I mean, because what does this do for Lil Cam besides because if he's alive, it's helpful for him with this rumor going around Lil Cam, because then nobody will be looking for him anymore. You know, it's like nobody's gonna look for me now. The internet and everybody think that I passed away. So I'm smooth sailing. It's like, nah, I get to, you know, go creep in the darkness and whatnot. But again, hold on, I don't know why this is doing this. This information will be beneficial for them because no one knows who actually KIL'd Takeoff, because both weapons were being fired. So it could have been, because even quality control themselves said that it was due to a stray bullet. If it was due to a stray bullet, then why did why would you want to exonerate, you know, like make this seem as if it was accidental? Like that does not matter. But saying that it was a stray bullet indicates that it wasn't done deliberately. So he was not the alleged target. But how would that be true if Lil Cam allegedly, after Takeoff hit the ground and whatnot, it's rumored that he came back and tried to take Takeoff's jewelry, that his whole intention was to steal Takeoff's jewelry. In listening to the video clip of the argument before Takeoff and Quavo were about to walk away, it seemed as if the pow-powing happened for no reason. But also, if you look, let me see. I think the video is right here, actually. I think this is the video. If you look before, wait, is this? No, I don't think it's this video. But in the video, you see Takeoff's feet, and Takeoff, and this is when Takeoff is standing up, like during the altercation. You see Takeoff's feet, and it looks as if Takeoff hit someone, like he swung on someone. So if Takeoff swung on him, because you can see his Vans, because he had on the black pants and Van shoes. So, and that person, it looked like, you know, they squaring up, like how they turned, it looked, and because then there was like movement, like somebody fell backwards, you know, or got pushed backwards, you know, or something like that. So that means that Takeoff knew that this person was trying to jack him, because it is alleged now that he tried to take Takeoff's chains. So, and then they start running, and then the pow-powing happens, and then, you know, so that you know, Takeoff punched someone before he got, it looked that way. And from the camera, if you look, because there's an angle of the new footage that TMZ had put up, and you can see, because I remember when I first showed the video, not that video, but another one, someone in the chat said it looked like Takeoff swung on someone. It looked like Takeoff just hit somebody, you know, and I didn't pay attention to that. So then when I watched it again, because I try not to watch it, but when I watched it from a different angle, it did look as if that's what Takeoff did, like he swung on somebody. So if somebody was trying to take something from you, it's going to be, you know, your natural reaction to protect yourself and your items. And if, oh boy, I don't know if Lil Cam tried to snatch his chain, because again, no altercation happened until they were about to leave. If they're about to leave, why are people getting physical? Like, that didn't make sense. Like, none of that made sense to me with the video, because I'm just like, well, he was about to leave. They were leaving. Like, why if anything, you would have thought it would have happened during the altercation. The altercation was pretty much over. Oh, not Vans. He thanked his designer in the last video. Oh, okay. But yeah, so you can see that he literally swung on somebody. Now, I don't know if it was Lil Cam that he swung on, but that would make sense if the Cam dude is Lil Cam is allegedly the one who pow-powed Takeoff. Now that's what I said. Now that would make sense. You know, he noticed that they were about to leave, so he was taking his opportunity to try to rob them, is what I'm getting from it, because the issue wasn't with Quavo or Takeoff. They were not arguing with anyone. So why is there any hostility towards either one of these men? And they've done nothing. So where is all this hostility coming from? You know, why is all of a sudden people trying to do anything to them when they're not even the problem here? So that's another thing that I definitely found confusing during that altercation. That's why people like, okay, they said they was arguing about Dice. Clearly, it wasn't about Dice. They were talking about basketball. So with them talking about basketball, how does turning into talking about basketball turn into this? So to me, that does seem like I would agree setup. I would agree. I would agree. I would agree. I'm not going to say that Jay Prince or anybody had anything to do with it because I can't prove that. But what it's seeming like is seeming like Lil Cam and some of his boys, you know, some of the people that were with him, it does feel like this was a setup. And then also look at Quavo in this picture. Quavo is looking at him in this photo. I feel that whole night, the whole time that Quavo and Takeoff were at this party, that they didn't feel right. They didn't feel right. I feel like their energy was definitely off because something wasn't right. I feel like someone's sitting good with them. And then another thing with Migo Bands, with him having his hand on that weapon and having that weapon basically all the way out of his pocket before anything popped off, I kind of feel like he felt it too. I think all of them felt something was in the air. I definitely feel that way. That they felt like something wasn't right. They couldn't put their finger on it, but something wasn't right. And I also feel like that's why they were headed out, because out there were not where they were shooting dice, where that conversation was happening, where Takeoff lost his life. I think that those boys kind of followed this boy right here, especially Lil Cam. I think that they followed them out there because they felt like, you know, that they were about to leave. You know, like, oh, it looked like they about to head out. It looked like they about to dip out. You know, this is our chance, you know, is what is given, honestly. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It does seem as if they, you know, like I caught a lick type of situation. Because, and I understand, I don't get why people are trying to say it's Jay Prince's fault, but I do find it weird that Jay Prince got the biggest chain on in the room. Why they ain't trying to take his? Yeah. Why they ain't trying to take his? I don't get that. Like, I mean, if it's about money, that chain that Jay Prince got on, Jay Prince Jr., no, that costs a pretty arm and a pretty penny. You know it do. So, and then this could also be the reason, you know. I don't know. That's why I said it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. So when people saying that that was part of his crew, no, I ain't gonna say that's official. You know, maybe he's just been around Jay Prince often. You know, he is allegedly an artist, Lil Cam. He's an artist, so I don't know. I don't know. It does look a little weird. It does. Now, I'm not stating anything. I'm not putting nothing on nobody. I'm not about to say that Jay Prince Jr. had anything to do with it. I do not know. I was not there. I do not know these men. I don't. I am not saying for a fact that Lil Cam has passed away. I do not know. I do not know. I'm just bringing you the news. I have no idea. So, I mean, he could be sitting here right now in the chat. As far as I'm concerned, Lil Cam, he could be right here watching, right along with us. But again, I do feel like the only way this rumor about Lil Cam passing would help him is so that people could stop looking for him. But honestly, this still helps P of quality control because, again, they have not determined how. If you look at that video on how Migo Bands was shooting that weapon, he wasn't even looking. He had his eyes basically closed, literally. Okay, so until they know where the bullet came from, whose weapon, even if Lil Cam was trying to rob him or whatnot, it does not mean that he's the one that took Takeoff's life. It does not mean that. He could have shot him, pop out Takeoff in the torso so that he can run, so that he could get the jewelry. And oh boy, Migo Bands pop in to protect Quavo, and Takeoff accidentally popped Takeoff in the process. That could still definitely be, you know, it could still definitely be, Migo Band's the one that actually took Takeoff's life. So they would have to prove that, is what I'm saying. So with or without Lil Cam being gone or here, they still have to prove that it was his bullet that took Takeoff's life. They still have to prove that. So Migo Bands is not in the clear. Like, no, he absolutely is not, especially firing a weapon with your eyes closed. You could have hit anybody. And then remember, there were also bystanders that were popped. It was not just Takeoff. Other people were injured, were pop-out that night. Okay? So I could see Lil Cam privating all of his accounts and stuff like that, because there's this rumor out there that he passed away and he wants the rumor to keep going. Because again, that does good for him. It absolutely does. Like, he's one of the most wanted people right now. Himself and Migo Bands, both of them are wanted. Both of them. Police have made no arrest, and they have talked to witnesses, but they have not questioned either one of the suspects, which will be Migo Bands and Lil Cam. Okay? So again, he could definitely be alive. Definitely. Sitting right here, once again, watching us, just like everybody else. Okay? He definitely could. I'm not saying that he's gone. I have no proof of that. No proof. Just like I don't have any, necessary proof that he's alive. But Migo Bands is still a suspect. It is not just because, as you see, people are already running with the title. Even myself, because I wrote it because everybody else did in these articles and stuff. Lil Cam, Fifth Ward Mob Ties member, Pow Takeoff from Migos, alleged K-I-L-E-R. So they're saying that he is the one that took Takeoff's life, and that's not true. We don't know which person took his life. We do not know. But when you hear a title like that, that he is the one that took Takeoff's life, then instantly he's the one and only suspect. So now push Migo Bands to the wayside. Migo Bands doesn't matter anymore. Migo Bands, he's not a suspect, because this is the person that did it. It is him, not Migo. We have no proof of either. We do not know. Up to 10 shots were fired, and they still don't know which bullet came from which weapon that ended Takeoff's life. So neither person is in the clear. Neither person. So I absolutely agree with both sides. For the people that say, oh, he's probably gone, it sounds like he is. Okay, I can see that. And I could agree with the people that are stating that he is not. Okay. So I'm going to drop the link. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I'm going to keep the panel open for a while. I would love to hear what you have to say. Just keep the cursing to a minimum. But other than that, for the people that think he's alive or the people that think that he's not, we could absolutely have a conversation about it. Does Quavo have children? Good question. I don't know. That's a good question, though. Not that I know of. I mean, he doesn't ever talk about children or anything like that. So I feel like he would if he had them. So I don't know. But it does look a little weird with the same dude being in all of these pictures with Jay Prince Jr. I was like, well, that is a little suspect. And it was just looking back at this picture with Quavo staring at him. I'm like, whoa. They say he has one child. With Quavo staring at him in that photograph, in this picture right here, it's kind of eerie. It's like, whoa, that's the same dude that they saying that, did it. I think it's sad either way, especially if he's like super young. And then with people being happy that he allegedly passed away, I just feel like that's crazy. We're losing enough lives out here. Enough people are losing their lives. We don't, especially over senseless stuff. Just senseless stuff that just does not matter at all materialistic. Here one moment and gone the next type of stuff. I don't know, but this man, this Lil Cam person, he was around when Duke the jeweler was slain and robbed for his jewelry. He was around. So I don't know. But one thing I will say with these rappers and people out here with this jewelry and stuff, Stop wearing that ish like that. Like, I mean, if you doing a photo shoot or a music video or something like that, cool. But if you just going somewhere random to like a party or an event or something like that, wear one of your smaller chains, or something like that. Like, stop putting on all of that jewelry because that's how people look at it. People look at it like that can take care of my house. That could feed this person and feed that person. They looking at y'all jewelry as a come up. Y'all look at it as jewelry, as something that you just wear. They looking at what's around your neck as life changing. Like if I take that from you, my whole life can change. My people will be cool. So all over necklaces and stuff like that, like this is crazy. This is crazy. Like stop wearing that jewelry out and stuff like that. If I was y'all, that's what I would do. I wouldn't be doing all that. I would be chill going out. Maybe a little cute little chain on, something like that, but nothing too expensive, or anything like that. Oh, let me see who this is, because y'all sending me a lot. It better be worth it. It better be worth it. And it better be worth it. And it better be worth it. Okay. Okay, the panel, y'all, the backstage is filling up. So if y'all want to come on, this is your time. This is your time. This is your time. Okay. Welcome to the show, Baby Shay. Welcome to the show, Keith House. Welcome to the show, Shandai. How do you say your name? I don't want to say it wrong. Just tell me how to say it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Please, if you come up here, hey Sean, I love you so much. I love you so much. Please, if y'all come up here on the panel, all y'all conspiracy theories that are in the comment section, saying all this rude stuff and saying all this, giving your opinion. We don't mind your opinion in the chat, but please be respectful. If you come up here, please don't do all this cussing. He is giving you an opportunity to give your opinion about how you feel about this situation. Either way it goes, this is a sad situation, but the way y'all are talking in the chat is rude, is disrespectful. Yes, that's a baby. Either way it goes, this whole situation is sad. Please, all we ask y'all to do is please be respectful on this panel. This is Sean's channel, okay? And please don't overtalk him. That's all I got to say, Sean. I love you so much, but that had to be said.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much. I love you, sweetie.
All right.
Hello, everyone. Y'all can just jump on in. Do y'all think he's alive? Do you think he's not alive? Do you think Takeoff was set up? Do you think Jay Prince and the Prince family has anything to do with this? What do you guys think?
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
Hi, everyone. And it's Sade, by the way, but I've been up here before. I thank you for having me again. Also, I think that it's sad because this young man is 16. I think this photo is very eerie. Like this photo is very eerie. For him to have on makeup in the photo, and then you see him walking out with no makeup on. Another thing is a part of that. One of the videos I seen somebody with a Chucky doll or whatever. That was very questionable too. Even though it was Halloween, it was very
Hey,
questionable
hold
for them
on.
to have
Thank you
that.
for bringing that up because a lot of people say that too, like about Chucky. So I'm like, okay, I wonder why people find the Chucky thing, weird or eerie, or may have feel like that added into, I don't know, the energy of the night. Because I'm like, okay, well, it was Halloween just hours before. But go ahead, go ahead.
But yes, it was very eerie because it's like, what if the person that had that Chucky doll had a weapon underneath it? Because when you see them, it's like, okay, who just? I mean, granted, it was around Halloween. We understand that, but we grown adults. Like the makeup, the mat, that's type of stuff. Yeah, but this, I mean, they recruit them young. It's so sad that some of these young men and women, they feel like they have no real opportunities, and these people recruit them, and then something happened to them behind what they have done to somebody else. It's just too coincidental with this whole two people that y'all just hours away from, and y'all was just with. I don't the guy Duke the jeweler, I heard about that, but that makes me want to go look into it further. Like, why is it people that y'all know and y'all quote unquote friends with, then all of a sudden they end up being gone. Hours later, that y'all done hung with them.
Mm-hmm.
Something doesn't seem right
And
in the
also
water. I always say the
is-
water seemed dirty.
Yeah, well, with Jay Prince, I will say this. I do find it weird that he was willing to acknowledge what happened, but hasn't said anything about the Cam person as if like he's not affiliated with him. And it's like, clearly you are, because he's been in multiple places. He's been photographed with you in multiple places, and they're all different areas. And it's not a coincidence as well that certain sticky things like robberies and deaths have happened while this person has been around you. So I'm just like, I don't know. That's weird.
That is, and I just pray that they, get to the bottom of this, especially for, their family, because it's sad that, that, like I said, the picture just seems
Hey, Sean,
so
hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Hold on. My fault, people.
Go right ahead.
okay. That picture just seems so like on point. Like they figured like something ain't right. Something is weird. When something weird in the water, you feel it. You feel it as soon as you get like you like looking around and you're like something ain't right. Like I it's a song that they got and I keep trying to think of which one said something. They said and they was shouting them out. Or I don't know if they was dissing them or shouting them out where they said something mob ties. And I'm trying to remember which song that they said it. And I'm like, either they was shouting them out or they was, I don't know. But it's just something weird about this. Like it's like you don't go where or maybe they just seemed like they was getting back cool again. I don't know. I know. That's why you gotta keep your circle small. And like the rapper Simba said, when you wear your jury, you wear out to interviews and you wear, when you got security around you. But when you out and about, don't put that stuff on. Like, cause it just draws attention to you. Like it draws people in. No. Mm-mm.
And
It's
it's
just
beyond
that.
wonder to
Hey,
do.
hey, that dude not dead. I don't know who came up with that narrative, but the dude, Lil Cam, not dead. So whoever YouTube channel is this, you taking a chance of getting your YouTube channel took or whatever. 'Cause that's you know what I'm saying?
Who?
Defaming somebody's character.
Who defaming characters?
No, I'm saying that dude not dead. So all these YouTubers who saying he dead and just making up stuff, that's not true. The man is not dead.
Okay. Yeah, YouTubers don't have to worry about it, especially if you have sources that you go through. So if you're just going on YouTube saying that this person passed away, then yeah, that is defaming people's character, things in that nature. I would get that. But when there's sources that you can go to, you're fine. You're
You
fine.
said sources.
Sources,
So
correct.
you said you went through a source? Is that what you're trying to say?
Hold on real quick, because I could see that you're trying to be smart when
They never said that.
But right here, Fresheners Live. This is a blog on a media site on the internet. That's not Sean Debunking. Right here as well, SBC13.com. These are called sources. Okay. So when they come on here,
Them was fake articles.
I'm not allowed. Well, then they would have to take that up with them. Then that's who would be sued. This person is risking their blog, their platform, their website. They're risking those things, not I. And there's a question mark in the title, meaning that it's a question, not a statement.
And then he not even 16 years old. So where they get that at?
Right here again. Again, the source. This is the beautiful thing about having sources. It says 16-year-old. Hold on, let me pull that back up 1 second. Boom, because this is exactly what I would do for the people that would come and say, "I'm suing you." How? Right here. Who is Lil Cam? Lil Cam is a 16-year-old rapper, producer, and songwriter. Sean Debunking did not write that. He didn't write that.
They said he a rapper and songwriter. Where they get that from?
You got to talk to them about all that. I don't know. I don't work for these people.
Hey, you ever heard the song from him? Like, where's the proof at?
Yeah, this is great questions for them.
Like, nah, y'all, y'all, this YouTube, this internet world is crazy.
It is, and you're here, so you must enjoy it. You have to.
No, I don't. So I'm just letting you know that, you know what I'm saying? You're taking a chance of getting your channel too.
I'm not taking a chance of doing anything, but thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, but man. Hey, yo, y'all think that video though, man. Hey, Sean, you seen that video, that messy video?
Which one?
The one that just came out, that they dropped the night that he died.
talking about Takeoff?
The Messy. You can look it up on YouTube. The Messy video. Him, Takeoff and Quavo. They dropped it on the night that Takeoff died. You ain't see that video yet?
The music video.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that video. Yes.
What you think about that? You seen all like them little like the signs that Takeoff was standing behind and shit said R.I.P.
It does have a lot of. It does.
And he got the Migos contract. Like this situation kind of shaky, man.
It is shaky. And then in the video as well, in Takeoff's verse, he basically explained part of his death. So yeah, it's eerie. It's very
Like I don't want to. To me, I don't want to say it like that, but to me, a little bit. Seemed like Quavo knew what was going down already.
I don't know about all of that.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. I think that Quavo loved Takeoff with all of his heart. I just don't see him making a decision like that. I don't. I think he really loved him. Like that. Like that's his family. Like they're like each other's shadow. They're always with each other. So I don't know.
But why did so you say that, but why did he run and leave Takeoff like that to me?
He didn't though. He was the one who left was Migo Bands. He just ran. And so did everybody else. But he did not leave. I just think he just freaked out. I just think he don't know what to do. But he didn't like leave him. You know, he did not passing out, all of that stuff. No. Screaming like that, no.
I know he didn't leave him like
confused, and everybody was running, and then it's like, you know how it is. I'm not gonna say you know how it is, but I'm sure that's everybody's worst fear. You and your homie or family member or whoever, somebody you're super close to, shots ring out, y'all start running, and you turn around and that person is not behind you anymore. That's like everybody's worst nightmare. So it's like, who runs to, you know, who runs towards bullets? Like nobody does that. It's always from.
And only reason I say that because in that video that they playing when when he got when the video that they playing on the internet when Takeoff got shot, you just see Quavo orange shirt. That shit was all the way down the hallway.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, why are you so apart from somebody that's your brother? Like, that's just, for example, if I'm with somebody, even though I'm arguing, if I'm saying, yo, we out, the first thing I'm looking for is my little brother, my little nephew.
But let me say this: I'm in the health field. And they tell you them 3 F words is fight, flight, or basically I don't remember the last one. But let me tell you something. Regardless of that, y'all together, you might think of just run, and you might think the person behind you.
Nah, I'm looking around.
If a pit bull is chasing you, and it's you and your brother or your sister, and y'all all grown, y'all all running, and y'all all trying to get on the top of a car. Y'all all trying to run and get somewhere where the pit bull don't bite y'all.
Right.
So you're not thinking that. You're not thinking that they're not behind you. He probably thought, oh, he behind me or he in front of me. Your eyesight is the goal.
No, I disagree, man.
You thinking of ducking. You thinking of ducking and hit the flow.
No, I disagree, man. If I'm in Houston,
they all.
I gotta make sure my man is right here with me at all times.
But he probably thought he was right there with him. In his mind, he's probably he's right here.
You can't think. You gotta know. You gotta look around.
And guess what? In that type of situation, you might not be thinking. Damn, you might just be like, "Yo, I got it. We right here."
And you gotta have security then. You can't flip like that. That's the bag right there.
They probably made it like their security is our security. If you hear some of these people's statements of what they're saying that even they were checked at the door. So it was a lot of things going on in their mind that they're probably thinking we're safe. But once they started realizing they was not safe, that's when it got real to them.
To me, Quavo made it unsafe because he the one who put out there before somebody get hurt. Now, my man Mike Prince, the old school dude that was there, I know when you shooting dice and running it up, you don't give the opportunity for the other man to win his money back in the hood. That's a problem. So from my perspective, Mike Prince was like, man, yo, y'all go play some celebrity basketball or something like that, trying to die down the situation. And Quavo felt like, man, no, y'all gonna give me a chance to win my money back, whether the dice funny or whether whatever. Because what we don't see on camera is the transition from inside where they was gambling to the outside where they start arguing.
Right.
See, it's a lot of the video footage that we're looking at it because it's what is being provided. But to me, a lot of the video footage is edited, some of it's cut out,
That's a
and
good
we
point.
just trying to piece together what we see. But see, it's
Right.
not making sense, and we're trying to piece it together because a lot of the footage to me is left out. Now, any common person with any common sense will know that out of all of them establishments, there's a lot of cameras that was on, but ain't none of the cameras that's provided. You know what I mean? We can't see like the security cameras. Everything that we see is off somebody's phone. All night, you got all these celebrities around, all this big money. Ain't nobody went live not once until the shooting. To me, that's very odd.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? We got to keep in mind that there are a lot of pieces that may come out. There might be some evidence that the police ain't trying to show. But what I do know, out of all them establishments in that complex, there are a lot of security cameras that's up. Maybe, you know, like somebody might try to break in, but they running all night. Even if it's on some burglary shit. So we got a lot, I believe there's a lot of footage out there exactly what happened. And also I want to mention there was a professional boxer by the name of Shakur Stevenson. I don't know if I got any boxing heads out there. But
Yeah,
that kept the heavy
where
that
I'm
kept the
from.
champ of the world. And you know, I know he signed to Jay Prince or whatever, but I'm like, man, you don't have no business in that type of establishment. So to
Facts.
me, that kind of stuck out too, because we're talking about an event where people are invited. You know what I mean? So it's a birthday situation. So if you're invited, that means you're known. Everybody know everybody, so it's supposed to be love. You know what I mean? Everybody just can't go in. So you know what I mean? My theory is when you got a lot of egos like that around, man, and people are assigned to the same situation, you're asking for bad things to happen.
Hey yo, you just from you bringing up Shakur Stevenson, and I'm from where he's from, but Shakur Stevenson to me is like into that street shit too much. To me, he boxed, but he's not really taking his
Yeah,
craft serious. Like I remember the time when Jay Prince and them robbed Young Boy
yeah.
house, and he was up there.
That's crazy. He right beside that man, yo.
He was right beside. He said, "Young Boy, come get back your stuff." And that shit, that whole situation deep, huh?
Hey yo, and also I wanna, you know, I ain't trying to be funny, man, but if you look at the dude, the Chucky doll, whether it's a dude or a girl, when you know everybody's saying that the shot was muffled, right? The first shot.
Hmm.
If you notice, nobody really responded to the first shot because it was like everybody was unsure. But the 911 call that came in said that the shot came from downstairs.
Hmm.
I don't know if people caught that or not, but go and listen to I don't know if it was the nurse who called 911 or somebody called 911. But she said that there were shots that were reported that came from downstairs at
No,
complex.
I can attest to that. I did hear that too, that there was because there were multiple police calls. There were multiple people that called 911. And because TMZ only played one call, so everybody feels like that's the only person that called the police. No, it's plenty of people that called the police. And the security was not on that floor at the time. There was security there. So they did have security. And it wasn't the bowling alley security, it was hired security, but they weren't on the floor that had happened on. So when the first call came in, it stated that the shot came from downstairs, and at that time, that's where security had been. That's why when you see Quavo and all of them trying to grab Takeoff's body and whatnot, you see no security because they were on the wrong floor. This happened, I believe, on the third floor. I believe it happened on. So yeah, the security was not And that's why
But what's crazy, man, it seems like everybody had guns. You know what I mean? It won't nobody shy about like whoever had a gun was supposed to have a gun that night because people had their hands on it.
Craziness.
In that video, it kind of looked like the dude in yellow hoodie was trying to hold Takeoff hostage a little bit.
He definitely snatched my.
Well, that's why I say it seems like a setup because it did seem as if, again, what the fires being shot, why people, it kind of took them a minute to run because the people that were all standing there, they didn't understand, I feel like, why that would be happening. It's just like they were walking away at that moment, like everything's being dispersed. So that's why I feel like it was a setup because it is stated that Lil Cam took the first shot, that he fired his weapon first. And then Migo Band's shot his. So it went, you know, that's how it allegedly had went. So again, I do feel like Lil Cam was, like they were saying, allegedly trying to rob them because if they are leaving, what is the reason of pow-powing somebody that's on their way out the door? Like, what is the reason?
Facts. He was trying to hold that man hostage.
And I do feel like they followed Quavo and Takeoff and their little entourage into the hallway and where it happened because I feel like they were about to leave. So Lil Cam and the people he was with followed them out. That's how I feel. And that's where the dice game information came up to where somebody was stating like, "Oh, you gonna let me win my money back, or let me try to win some of my money back?"
Yeah, yeah.
Out making it seem like, you know, no, y'all come back. You know, you just popped me for a lot of money because originally
you own it.
People were saying that Quavo got popped for $7,000. No, Quavo was actually winning. He had actually won. And oh boy, Lil Cam and you know the people that you know with him and whatnot, they didn't want them to leave because they were trying to get some of their money back that they
had. And if you don't, and then Dice, if you don't, you know what I mean, allow me to win my money back, you know what I mean, a lot of people consider it like an insult.
Yes,
it's a problem.
Absolutely. And when they tried to leave, that's when, because you know, that's when Quavo was just like, you know, man,
and that's when the old school Mike Prince was like, man, shoot, man, y'all settle it another way, man. Go play some celebrity basketball, celebrity boxing, or something like that.
And then it was more so of like, if you ain't gonna let me win my money back, I'ma take it. I'ma that chain look about.
But here's the thing: when he said celebrity basketball game or boxing, you got to have two celebrities for that. One being Quavo. Who the other dude you talking to? Like who he arguing with? When we know the gambling, that's who I want to know. Who was Quavo arguing with? It won't Mike Prince.
It looked like he was arguing with that dude that was helping him at the end with the white hat.
Oh,
it could have been. Because he was with.
To me, if you find out who was Quavo arguing with, it'll narrow down the case a lot.
Well, that's the thing. Quavo wasn't arguing.
They were just word.
He was not in an argument. Quavo.
Okay, so who was arguing?
I think
like because for Quavo to say before somebody get hurt, like where that come from?
Yeah, word.
You see what I'm saying? Because that escalated the whole thing. You ask me, that kind of set it off. You know what I mean? Yeah. You in the hood, in a hood that you ain't from, saying some shit like that, it's like you almost begging for it. Like you asking for it.
That was my point when I said that from him being all the way down the hallway and Takeoff ain't right there, man. That shit, like, come on, man. Y'all thousands of miles away, man. You got to make sure he's on your side. Then y'all going into a situation blind. Like, nah. Okay, Sean, shut up.
Hey, yo.
Another thing, too, like, let me pull this up.
You know, not to get off the subject, but that Chucky doll, because you know all three of them was together. It was the Chucky doll, it was Shakur Stevenson, and it was Takeoff. One video clip I seen, Shakur Stevenson not even in the camera shot at all, but it's the Chucky doll next to Takeoff.
That is true.
That know about them bags. That Chucky doll is really a bag. So the inside of it is hollow. You know what I'm saying? So you can fit shit in that motherfucker. And what I do know is like when that first muffled shot was let off, the first person to respond before anybody knew what was going on was Chucky. That bitch got low as a bitch.
Well, there was
Got
also
low
the
before
altercation.
anybody responded. Anybody could make out what was it exactly. You know, as far as the shot, but he got low.
Somebody in the comments said that they think Shakur Stevenson hit Quavo.
That Chucky doll was so suspect. That was so suspect.
I don't think that. They say on here too, at Houston police, after he shot Takeoff, he fled the scene and came back inside with his hands in his hoodie pockets, holding his rifle, and went back outside with the man on the black, in the black, who is Jazz Prince Jr. So
See that?
and I don't know. I don't know.
You could play it again.
Yeah, I'll play it again. That's Jazz right there.
Yeah, you peep how the yellow hoodie. You peep how the yellow hoodie walked out.
Yeah.
He walked out and Jazz Prince walked in.
So let me ask you something. When he walked out, was any of Quavo people still? Was Takeoff, was Autumn, was he still laid out? Was Quavo still there when he walked out? Like,
Yeah,
everybody gone?
yeah.
So why they ain't get that nigga then?
They probably wasn't. I
Because
don't think they was
I
paying
know
attention.
if I try to take somebody's chain and run in there, I ain't coming out.
That's why I said they worked it on Quavo and them.
He walked right past that body. He walked right past
Yeah.
him. Like
How can you
nothing
do
happened. Like nothing
I seen
happened.
him coming
Like
out.
this is a normal
I
day.
seen him coming out.
That the way his expression was on his face, it was like nothing. Like, okay,
Nothing.
time to go.
Nothing, yo. And I'm like, you just gonna let him walk away after that? If you reportedly try to take my man chain and shoot him, I ain't letting nobody walk out that door. Nobody coming out alive.
But if this is your party and this is supposed to be your guest, how could you walk out with your face like nothing just happened?
Facts.
Like, how
The
can
only
you?
way,
It
sister,
just seems so
that's the
cold
only
hearted.
way I think
Word.
everybody in them, bro. Except
Ain't even stand by and say, yo, call the police or nothing.
You
and
had
everybody that had a gun, supposed to had a
Takeoff
gun.
over there screaming. Call somebody.
Yep.
The nurse saying, "Don't pick him up." You just sitting there, just walked out. Like okay, let's get my party and let's go.
Yeah.
He walked out like he knew that shit was about to go down.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, I do have the video that
I
y'all
think
want.
everybody who was supposed to have a gun that night was supposed to have a gun.
I think his name is King.
You can't get in no invited shit like that and be strapped and nobody else don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there's people being searched.
Okay, hold up. We're about to get into this video real quick. Fair use, shout out to, I want to make sure I say his name right. To King AK-47, shout out to you. We're just gonna play a little clip of your video for the people because he be having his information right. So we're gonna listen to him real quick and see what he has to say about Lil Cam allegedly being gone. Let's get right into it. Can everybody mute while we listen real quick?
07 Voice of the Streets, man. If you support the real, hit that like button right now. You ain't even gotta wait. If you support the real, hit that subscribe button right now. You ain't gotta wait. Let's get right into it, man. Lil Cam Yellow Hoodie is not dead. This nigga done been all over Twitter, all in Twitter spaces. He removed a few people, put all his pages on private, and rejected people's friend requests. I got proof, stamped, signed, sealed, delivered. Every blog Twit should be ashamed of themselves, man. You dudes did not do no credible research because you would have knew that he's not dead. Who gonna kill him in Fifth Ward? This man is alive, okay? I'm not coming out here putting my credibility on the line, because niggas doing shit like this. Check this out.
It should replayed my mind. It looked like a nigga was trying to mediate it. I don't know if you really look at it. It looked like a nigga gun went off and he shot Takeoff in the torso up close.
I've been saying that for 3 days. This man is a fraud. These people are frauds. He didn't come up with that conclusion himself. I've been shouting it and saying it for 3 days. He didn't even know who Yellow Hoodie Man was. We pointed him out first before anybody. But see, this we all give credit to. Dudes who don't even do credible research, they don't even tap in with these cities. These cities don't even really tap in with them. Yeah, he might got a bigger platform, but y'all know we all heard them exact words first for 3 days.
I believe you.
Lil Cam ain't in jail. Every blogger who posted it should be ashamed of themselves, man. Not only for stealing money, but for abusing y'all.
Nah, he ain't talking to me because, again, I'm not one of the people that said this. Y'all can unmute. He ain't talking to me. So, but yeah, so I do think that, again, like I said, I have no proof, but he is way more in depth with these type of things than I am. So I'm not going to state that he isn't telling the truth. Again, like you said, people need to do their research. So shout out to King AK47. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and subscribe. He stated the same thing that a lot of other people have stated, that he just put his accounts on private and whatnot, but he is still active on social media. He is not gone, is what he is stating. So, and I'm not going to call him a liar. I'm not going to do any of that, but y'all can unmute. I would love to hear y'all comments. Anybody else that wants to come up, I'm going to drop the link again for y'all to give y'all opinions if you would like to come up. So allegedly, Cam is still alive and well. Okay, people have tried it. He is still alive.
They doing that because they know something fishy in the water. I keep saying that.
Yup.
Yeah, something is not adding up for sure. For sure. Something is not. There's a lot of things not adding. I'm not just going to say something. There are a lot of things not adding up with this situation. And then like with this footage right here that we just watched, I'm not saying, because I heard that this footage right here of J Prince, this was actually before, from what I heard, it was before the pow-powing, and then I heard that it was after. So it doesn't help with a lot of edits, meaning like we don't get to see exactly what happened. We're only getting to see tidbits. So just like this part right here with the guy walking out with him and whatnot, allegedly coming back in and trying to remove jewelry from Takeoff's body, and stuff like that. We didn't, there's no footage of any of that. And then also there's no footage showing that J Prince is literally walking out and Takeoff has already passed away or been.
Nah, I seen the footage of that though.
You seen the footage of him walking in the body like behind him?
I seen, walking and leaving, because he said, "Don't ask me shit." He was like, "Don't ask me nothing."
Oh wow.
He was yelling that shit out.
Wow.
Listen, if you play that footage, listen closely. You're gonna hear him say, "Don't ask me nothing." If you play that footage that you just played, listen to him. You're gonna hear him say, "Yo, don't ask me nothing."
Oh, he definitely did say, "Don't ask me what happened."
Oh wow.
Listen, you gotta listen real
It's a lot.
closely. Like, don't ask
It's
me
a lot.
nothing.
It's a lot. Yeah, towards the end he did say don't ask me. Yeah,
Walk right
crazy.
past.
That's what I said. We could just see it in its whole account, instead of just like little pieces, of it. It just makes it harder to, I don't know. That's pretty heavy.
I knew something was wrong when they did that shit to that dude Duke the Jeweler, because they ain't really come out with no sympathy, like no apology to the man's family or nothing. Like Boosie did a little bit, but I knew something was fishy with them when that shit happened. And and Duke the Jeweler shit happened damn near a month ago. And his shit now, his case not really even talked about. And it should be. But the police gonna tie that shit together, watch.
It seemed like everybody doing something but the police, and I'm not trying to give Houston Police Department no hard time or nothing like that. But I'm
Right.
just saying, for both of these people to still be at large, I don't know. That's kind of
You're
crazy.
right. Yeah,
Like
you're
everybody
right.
on social media done basically handed these people to you. You know how the internet police be.
Yeah, you're
So
right.
I basically hand them to you on a silver platter. Now all you got to do is just locate them. So I don't know. It just, to me, it just seemed like everybody working. But I'm not saying the police don't care, and I don't know.
No, I agree with you. It should be something should have been put out already because there's too many damn cameras in that place. That's a public mall. That
Right.
shit got cameras everywhere. They probably could see the shit that happened that we can't see. You feel me?
That's right.
No way that they ain't got that footage.
Oh no, they have the police know exactly what happened. Now, I feel when they did the first press conference, they didn't have certain information like certain camera angles and stuff and whatnot, because there's some cameras that are active and some cameras that weren't active. But now, when it comes to the audio, they may not have that, but they should have a pretty good idea with all of those cameras that are pointed of what happened. A really good indication of
Yeah.
who did what. When certain
Word.
fires were shot, when did he hit the ground? And whatnot. It was after this weapon was fired, blah, blah, blah. They should have a better idea of what happened. Absolutely.
Let me tell you something. I'm a strong believer of that. When karma comes, it comes hard.
Word.
Either you gonna catch it now, you gonna catch it later. But when you catch it, it's gonna be either through you or maybe through one of your family members, and you're gonna regret exactly what you've done in this life.
Facts.
The Lord don't play. You gonna catch it. But I'm telling you, something dirty in that whole water, and and it's sad because people feel like because I'm from here and I could do whatever, do it because when it come back to haunt you, you gonna feel it.
Word. We lost 2 black men in motherfucking Texas. That shit, I think a
Hey
RICO
guys,
case gonna come.
I have a
A lot
question.
going on in these streets.
Dude
Welcome to
in
the
the
show,
yellow hoodie,
LCG. And is it Shalara?
did he
Hi,
live
Sean.
Good
with Jay
morning.
Prince
Good morning,
or
Sean.
Florida?
I had a question.
Go right ahead.
Y'all talking about the dude with the yellow sweater on. They have a different video where they show him like it do look like he have Takeoff at gunpoint and that the cousin he spotted and noticed it
And
and
walked
he was
out.
going towards and when they were walking off
Mm-hmm.
he Takeoff walking off and you can see the dude with the yellow sweater behind him and it looked like he shot him and it looked like the cousin the other one with the hat who they was saying shot him it looked
Mhm.
like he was shooting at him. Then the dude in the yellow sweater ran out the bowling ran into the bowling alley. And as Jay Prince was walking past, he ran back out real quick. I don't know if y'all saw that video.
I
That
seen
dude,
it.
It's on
that dude
YouTube
in the
as well.
yellow hoodie leave right before Jay
Wow.
Prince walks back in. He leave out.
Yeah, he do the video in like real slow motion, and he point out the dude with the yellow sweater holding a gun as well.
Cause they start shooting into the bowling alley. They got that shit a
Yeah.
little. Got some of them spots boarded up. They was shooting into the bowling alley trying to hit that dude.
That's true.
Crazy. Well, no, like I said, when they came out, you could see that old boy Migo Bands that he had his weapon pretty much all the way outside of his pocket. So that's why I said he had to have sensed something. We don't know what, but I don't know if Takeoff was just trying to keep his cool and there was a weapon pointed at him at that moment. So then that's when he hit old boy, because he did hit somebody. Takeoff did swing on somebody before the party, before they all ran. He did hit someone. So it could have
Oh,
easily
so
been
that
a
was
person that had a
Takeoff.
weapon on him. That could be very possible.
Okay, so hi, Sean.
Hi.
I love you so much. I watch you all the time. I don't catch a lot of lives because my work schedule is so jacked up, but I really love you. But my only comment is to say, like, when the dude in the yellow hoodie, when it looked like he was grabbing or shooting him, I think the cousin probably shot and accidentally shot Takeoff too. I don't know, because the way he walked up, I think he was like, people were saying he was shooting with his eyes closed,
He
wasn't paying
was.
attention. So he probably accidentally shot him too. And then another thing that I wanted to say was with the whole thing with mob ties, like they said earlier, the stuff that happened with Duke the Jeweler, why would anyone want to affiliate with that type of crew, knowing shady stuff happens when people deal with them and no one answers to no one after the shady stuff happens?
Exactly.
Yeah, I will say that the Prince family is extremely sketchy. They have a lot going on, and there's not a lot of answers for what they do. So, and it's not even the answer part. It's just people are even scared to question them at all. Type of
Exactly.
situation. Just like Jay Prince said, don't ask me nothing. Like he used to that type of energy. Like, don't ask me anything. So I don't know, but I do think that because no different with Duke the Jeweler and stuff like that. None of that stuff has been explained, or apologies been offered to families or anything like that. But you see, their father ran forward to apologize about Takeoff, but when Duke the Jeweler passed away and stuff like that, the father, Different Senior, he didn't come forward and say nothing,
Nope.
like that.
Right.
Nope. And to be like, I'm not 100%, but from looking at some of them videos, it looked like Takeoff was already hit. It looked like he was holding by his toes, like holding himself, like he was hit already when dude was walking over there.
Yeah.
To me,
Like he hit his
I could be
side.
wrong.
I feel like it happened
Yeah, like he was holding his side,
Yeah,
like
it
he
just
got hit
happened
already.
right before. I feel like right as he felt the pain, he had already got hit by another bullet. It's like that's how quickly, it happened.
Yeah, I
Because I
agree.
think he was shot in the torso first, and I think that's what made him drop, and he have been hit in the head as he was dropping. Because I don't think he was hit in the head first. I think he was hit in the torso first, which made him fall. And as he fell, I think he got hit again.
Yup.
Not released. That's why he was unconscious, because he would have been unconscious being shot in the torso.
He was
But to be
holding himself.
unconscious and then pass away like right there quickly, and yeah, I think that he got hit in the torso first and was in the process of falling and got
Yup.
hit on the way down.
That's how it looked. Cause he was holding himself. I'm like, yo, it looked like he holding himself like he was already hit, like he felt that shit. And then I see what's his name, Migo, whatever his name is, his brother, his cousin, or somebody walking over with the gun out. He must have peeked that he was already hit.
Yeah, that's true.
Just a sad situation all around.
It's very sad. We're losing people left and right. Like, I just can't believe like how the world is now.
One thing I don't understand with Jay Prince and his family, if y'all so this and y'all so that in Houston, nothing like this should be happening around y'all.
Right.
Unless it's your
I just
dog.
like nothing like that should be going on. Like honestly, if people should feel, especially Black people, should feel extremely protected around the Prince family in Houston because they allegedly run it. Like it's they city, type of situation. Then this type of stuff shouldn't be happening then. Because if you ask me, I would never want to be, if I was a rapper especially, I would never want to be around the Prince family.
No, I would.
If
I would
I was a
never want to
regular
be around
person,
them.
I'm a regular person and I don't want to be around them.
Right.
And I live in Houston.
I just
No,
change the little subject, but to me, then it's a little leery, man. I don't want to sound like a conspiracist, but it do seem kind of odd, man. Like with the video dropping, It's just like a lot of clues out there. Takeoff, call itself. What they put the Rockets. Then they in Houston. Like, why are y'all in Houston anyway? It's just a lot of shit that I just don't. I don't understand. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy guy, but like the sacrifice thing, man. I don't know, man. You never know.
When
Then
you're
you
supposed
got
to
the
be good and you around people who are untouchable, you should feel safe. But
that shit.
that's not the case. Like Sean just said, everybody should feel safe if you're around them. But you wouldn't unless they call in a call.
Right.
Exact.
Right. That's
Exact.
what I said earlier. Right.
Good
They probably
question.
made
Does
them feel safe
anybody
at
know
first.
how old he is? How old Lil Cam is? He really 16 or not?
I don't know.
I don't
Most
know
young
either.
people keep them younger and younger.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Yeah, it
And
was nice
oh,
for them to have like the little young boys around them that would do anything.
yeah, anything to be safe.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Put a
Especially if you come from poverty and you ain't got a lot for
yeah,
going for you anyway.
Right.
word.
You
Right.
know.
Put a little money in his pocket.
Right. Right.
You know. It's just sad, you know.
Probably ain't
This
got no father,
is
no man
Look,
figure.
you
But
right.
but then they was somebody. I think that was '09. He pulled up that Cam all his information. He linked to them the Prince family. They last name Smith or something like that. All his information came up. He linked to them. Like that's their family.
Oh, okay.
That the guy '09. I don't want to be shouting somebody else's platform out on your thing, Sean. But yeah, I was looking at his video the other night, and that's how they got that name. All his information came out. Jay Prince, nephew or brother, something like that. I don't want to mistake it, but a lot of the Smiths. If y'all go and look up Jay Prince and his last name is Smith. All that information came up.
Okay. So then that sort of makes sense because one YouTuber said that, Quavo was having the disagreement with Jay Prince Jr. Okay, boom. Then it's like, okay, he's walking off saying, let's leave before I hurt somebody. So maybe he felt like y'all disrespecting my people.
Hmm.
And then,
Yeah.
yeah. So it does make sense. And
So light skin. Yeah.
like you said
She got hit
earlier
in the head.
about him paying attention to where Takeoff was, I agree with that because if you're not in your
Got to.
city with your people, you gotta always make sure your people is safe.
He's
Like,
the bag.
yeah, you gotta
Got
be
to.
with your people.
If
So you can
if if not, you gotta have higher security around you 24/7. Not just no hood motherfuckers. Like, oh, I'm
right.
with them. They got the gun. We good. We in their city. Nah. When Migos and them, when Offset, I mean, when Quavo and Takeoff was going to that little
Well,
concert,
hold on though. Hold on though. When
but
he was going to that party, he was taken there by Jazz.
yeah, he
Again,
was, and
that
he
is
had the gun on his lap.
they swear that they run Houston. That's their city. That's what I say. When you with
right.
them, you should feel protected. Like why would that my protection is with me. Like I got
Right.
the nigga. I'm with the
Mhm.
niggas that run the city. So I'm good.
And like I said,
Situation.
Then Sean,
when you in that type of situation, your mind is going. So you don't know if you moving, you don't know if you running, you don't know anything. You just know that I'm doing something. You have
it,
no
it,
clue. Even if you're in a situation with your kids, that's just like they tell you when you're in a fire, you trying to get your babies. It's people that will die, but it's people that will literally say, I'm trying to run in, but I can't because how can I get in there?
hey,
That's
You don't know in
hey
that
Sean,
situation what you're gonna do. It's fight, flight, or
that,
flight.
that's
You don't
that
know what you're gonna do.
that's
I'm
So,
getting my
honestly
kids.
so
Fuck
and then
that.
you thinking that security, you in your mind, if you with them, right? And they got security, that's why I say the picture is eerie. Because then the picture shows that maybe when they started thinking about this and they started seeing, and I'm not shouting anybody's platform out, but I don't believe in certain things, but there's a medium that says something, and he said that when he read it, he came to him and said that I was surrounded. I was surrounded.
That's when your street smarts gotta come in. Like if
But
y'all
that
know,
how you your street smarts
nah,
come in
let
when
me
you
let me let me
still
let me get to what I'm about to say. Look, hey yo, if y'all know that, just like they said earlier, Jay Prince and her family got a lot of shit going on. Y'all just had a dude that got the same type of money as y'all, Duke the jeweler, just because he's not a well known person, but he's having it too. If y'all know that this dude just got killed at a dice game, why is y'all gonna go back to Houston with some shit that the case haven't been solved, and somebody just lost their life, and thinking y'all protected? Like, nah, that should, if that was me, or if anybody, that's just common sense. I'm not
No,
moving
I
like
agree
that.
with you, Jay, but it's like,
I'm not moving like that. That's
what if
just
it was a
moving.
random thing though? What if they were in town, Quavo and which I believe they were, Quavo
Yeah.
and Takeoff in town, and while they were in town, then Jay, Prince, or Jazz hitting them up like, hey, if y'all y'all gonna be around, come through, we're gonna have this little situation going on tonight, blah blah blah, and they're like, all right, cool, and something that is not expected. Not everything is,
right.
it's
But
sometimes
but,
it's just
but Sean, check it out. They
thing
say
that
when,
pops up.
hey Sean, check it out. They say when you come to Texas, you got, just like if somebody going to California, you got to check in. So the Migo, well, Quavo and Takeoff, they when they was going out there, that's why what's my man named Sauce Walker jumped in it. It was like, yo, y'all should have checked in and came with me. When they went out there, their first intentions, oh, all right, we got to check in, we got to make sure we good. We ain't got no security, so we gonna fuck with Jazz Prince and them. That's their intention. They checking in. That's like if you going to Cali, you got to check in with the right people. You can't, you know what I mean? That's just how it is nowadays.
But that's
So
even more if you check in, right? You
that's
should
the
feel
thing.
so
So,
protected by
right,
them,
you
right?
should feel
Yeah,
protected,
you
and
right.
not only
You
that,
right.
but
You right.
if you pay attention to that with the whole protection thing, Duke the jeweler was not protected.
He wasn't.
Get that. But and when it comes to Quavo and Takeoff, neither were they. And that's the thing that is crazy about the whole situation. Because if you come in to check in, and that's showing respect, like
Right.
at the gate, you coming in and I'm like, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? I don't come through town. Because some people take that as disrespect,
Right.
coming into my city and not saying anything to me, type of situation.
Yup.
So with them checking in and them being picked up, by the people that's gonna make sure that they're all right, nothing should have happened.
Right.
Nothing.
That's
Right.
true. Okay, Sean. Okay, let's just say this scenario
But
because I'm
hold on,
from
I want to ask this in there real quick, especially by this person, Lil Cam, somebody that has been around
Yup.
Jazz and them before and
Yup.
was around them that night. They should have been able to control him, especially if at the end of the night when that situation did occur and he allegedly walking out with them, they leaving together. What? That don't even
Made
make
a call.
sense.
Then you
They
got
had to make a call on that.
the people be trigger happy. Then just like my man brought up earlier, you got Shakur Stevenson, and he a well known boxer. Like like if y'all know who Tank Davis is, he's not, Shakur Stevenson is not, may not be as big, but he's big like Tank. Like that's why that whole situation is just kind of, is just too much. You got people trigger happy, just shooting
Yeah,
and
I
shit.
know,
It
Tank.
shouldn't. Yeah, it shouldn't be going down like that.
yeah,
So the moral of the story, in my opinion, man, the blame is on. I'm not gonna point the blame, but like Jazz and them get some of the blame, but Quay and Take get some of that blame, man. You cannot be moving like that. I understand that yeah, we tapped in with the people, but come on, man, y'all gotta think more realistic. Somebody just lost their life out there. And why y'all going back out there? I know y'all went to Johnny Dang, got y'all jewelry. That's it. Leave. Y'all shouldn't be dicing. Y'all got y'all money. Y'all got money. Why is y'all dicing? Why is y'all, like, come on? Some of that shit could be prevented.
that's true.
Could
That's
be prevented. Like if y'all want to go gamble, man, you go to Las Vegas.
true.
Y'all dicing, and you know it's gonna be hood people there. That when, and not to say it like that, but it's too many hood black motherfuckers in one room drinking alcohol, drugs, and shit.
But at a
Something's
private
going.
party, this is at a private party. This is
Yeah,
not
you
like
right.
a
Yeah,
whole, it's open
you
to the
right.
public. So
You
you're
right.
around anybody. No,
You
this is
right. You right.
private.
You
Right.
right. You right. You right. You right. You right. But you don't. They don't know some of them people that like they probably ain't know Cam, because just like that picture you showed up, Quavo, and I just noticed it when you showed it. Quavo looking at Cam like he looking at him kind of funny.
He
Like
was looking at him real weird, and I was like, that's why I said it's a little eerie now looking at it because
I
it's like,
seen that picture mad times, and the first time when you just said it, that's when I just noticed it. I'm like, damn, he is looking at him weird as
yeah,
hell.
he was scratching his head, looking at him
Yeah,
like, I don't know about this one right here. Yes, Quavo did pass out. He did pass out after he found out that he was gone, and he couldn't even get to the car so that they could get him to the hospital because he already knew in his mind that I'm going to the hospital for nothing because it's gone. So yeah, he did pass out. I don't think he could take it.
he looking at that motherfucker
Yeah,
weird as hell.
yeah, but Quavo is looking at him like, I don't know about you, bro. I don't know about you.
Word up.
Everybody else in the room, but you, I don't know about you.
That's when you had that gut
And
answer.
Quavo also could have recognized him because, again, he was there, that same person that was there when Duke the Jeweler
Yup,
was killed and robbed. He was the
yup.
same person.
Shit probably was coming to him like, oh shit.
Like, I know him from somewhere and I don't like it. I,
Yeah, yeah,
I don't like the feeling that I get that
yeah,
about this person.
yeah, yeah. Him, and that it's some dude that when Boosie was looking at Duke the Jeweler and behind his back, it was some other dude. I think they said that's Boosie's cousin. He was eyeing Duke the Jeweler hard as hell too. I think they be plotting when they come out there. Like they be like, man, we gonna get our lick when they come out here.
Right. And then the check-in part, it's not rappers being extorted or anything like that. It's in certain places, people get mad respect. Like Jermaine Dupri and a lot of bigger other people that are in Atlanta. They get mad respect down there. So most people
Like,
know to just not mess with these people. Like back in the day with Suge Knight and all that. But people didn't mess with Suge. Like they didn't come for him because his reputation preceded him. And it's no different than the Prince family. Their reputation precedes them. So in places like Houston and the surrounding areas in Texas, people know do not mess with Jay Prince and anybody that's around them. Leave
Yup.
them alone. Like it ain't worth it. Leave it alone. So when these rappers come and check in, they usually come and check in for a sense of protection, meaning that I'm with Jay Prince and his family. People know not to even approach me,
Yup.
type of situation. I'm with these people. I have their protection. It's like being with the president and the Secret Service. You are protected. Being with that president, his Secret Service gonna jump in front of a bullet for you, just like they will for him, because you with him. Type of situation. So the Secret Service gonna protect you too. They're gonna be standing outside the bathroom when you go in there. They're gonna go in there first and check the bathroom, then come out and stand right there till you come out. Type of situation. But that's how people need to travel all the time. But having your own security coming from another city, it doesn't mean that you're safe. Like it does not mean that. So
You
you add
right.
that extra sauce on there by making sure you're linked with people whose reputation precedes them. So you ain't got to worry about, certain energy. That's why it was so weird, that happened to Takeoff because they were with the protection. Literally, Jazz Prince drove them to Jay Prince, type of situation. So they should have been overly good. They shouldn't have to worry about anything. They're at a private party. It's not open to the public, anything like that. They should
Hey,
be Gucci.
hey, Sean, you seen how Jazz Prince tried to say he wasn't there though?
Sean of did.
He
Yes,
tried.
I did see, and I even said that because I was confused. I was like, why for come he acting like he wasn't there?
Right, knowing he was there.
He was right there. Like
Yeah,
I think what I think
when
he tried to do was make it seem like Takeoff still could have been alive, and he didn't know that what was going. He didn't know if he was alive or gone until he knew. Yeah.
when I
He walked
seen
right past when he was on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
Yeah,
how
he took a
quick?
video
No, I'm
right
talking
here.
about the little. I think that's the littler brother, not Jr. The littler brother, the one that Quavo was with when they was in a car and he had the gun. That was
That's
That was I think I forgot his name. I think it's Jazz, but
that's James. Yes,
yeah, that shit
that was
that
confusing everybody last time on the video.
Yeah,
that shit was
I'm not. I'm gonna let y'all handle that.
I,
Like,
I know what it is. It's
I'm not getting involved with the
Jazz
name.
Prince
I'm
was the
not
one
doing
in
it.
the call. Jazz Prince was the one in the call and the one that said that did the post and said that he wasn't there. Jay Prince is the brother, the one with had the black on. That's the other. And then
That's
they have
Junior.
another little brother as well.
So it's 3, correct?
4.
4?
4.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, them two, Jazz and Junior, look alike.
They do. They do.
Mm,
Jazz, Prince, and Jazz, they look a
They-
lot alike. They do.
I looked them up on. Oh, they look alike. That's the Lord. I see how you get them confused.
I get to get away with that. I get to get away with getting confused because they look a lot alike and
They
their
do.
names are similar. I'm like, I want to tell their dad, like, you know, it's other letters in the alphabet, right? You know, I'm like, come on. Like, super confused.
How you gonna say you wasn't there though? That's what's crazy because you was right in the car just driving and
Yeah.
it was like what? Like and then you walking out. Wait a minute. How you that's really crazy, but okay. I think in his mind he didn't want to be there. But
right.
You were there.
Because he was going, I feel like he felt like the people the next day was gonna be like, oh, you wouldn't drove that boy to his nephew Doom, you know, and type of situations like that. So he probably just didn't want to be involved in that way because it's like, dang, you know, I did drop him off and all, you know, the guilt. You know?
Right. And granted, if you didn't know what was going on, like, because maybe, you know, I mean, sometimes maybe, I mean, I don't know. It just seemed like maybe you didn't know.
Oh,
Maybe
no, there were
somebody,
phone calls made. As soon as that happened, as soon as that
they
prince
all left.
walked outside of that door and was telling people don't ask him nothing, when he made it outside that door, it was already phone calls being made.
It's too tight knit. They knew. Oh, they knew.
Definitely Junior, because Junior looked like, don't ask me. I'm gone. Bye. That facial expression gave it away. He was like, no, don't talk to me.
I would agree.
Yeah.
It's just sad. This is crazy. This is just crazy. Like, I feel like we're going to be, as Black people, extinct. Like, you know, like, it's just like we're all just dying. And
I don't think it's to me, it's no longer the death. It's the aftermath. It's what's being done after. There's nobody that I feel is really, I mean, there's people that have tried, you know, the whole gun violence and, you know, and stuff like that. But it's the wear and fall of not. It's hard to explain, but I really don't feel like it's the death anymore because I feel like the majority of us are desensitized to it.
Shit is fucking.
A lot of us are getting used to hearing that these people are passing away. You know, it should be something that is not common. It should be an uncommon thing, and it's very common now. So I think that that's a big part of why it keeps happening because it's so common, and it shouldn't be. And instead of us, especially as a community, trying to look out for each other and make sure that all of us are okay, as a community, we want to bond and circle around each other when, again, the aftermath, when something happens, instead of trying to do something prior. You know, what are we doing prior to make sure that these things aren't happening? What are these rappers doing to prevent themselves from being in these type of situations? Because now they are the prey. You are the prey now. People are literally preying on rappers, targeting them and making them literally like a lick, like a way to, because whatever you steal from them, whatever you rob them for or anything, it's not going to last long. It's not like they rob somebody for something and it's worth $1 billion, you know, or something like that, to actually get a person ahead, you know, like in life. It's so temporary. So is it really worth taking somebody's life for something so temporary? You know, that you're going to get caught, you know, if you don't get hurt first and whatnot. That money is going to be gone. It's like robbing a gas station. That ain't going to take care of you. Why rob it? Like, what's the point? You know, bank robbers, I can understand. But when it comes to, you know, robbing a liquor store or a gas station or a bodega or something like that, that is dumb. Like, what you gonna get, $80, $90? I mean, you ain't put the money in the safe yet, maybe $300, $400. I mean, what all, even if you're trying to feed your family or something like that, it's not gonna last long. And is it worth going to jail or dying so now you can't feed or help your family at all? You know, like, I don't know. I just it's a lot. But
there's no accountability.
None.
No accountability.
None.
And then these rappers is out here, and what's sad about it is that I heard somebody say the other day that in the algorithm that they keep putting out, shoot 'em, bang, bang. And then this is what these kids hear. And then guess what? When they grow up and they want to shoot and kill and do all this because they keep hearing it. They keep hearing it. And it's like different from, what we grew up on. I'm an 80s baby, so I don't know about nobody else. But we grew up on different things, So, and it's no more hardly no R&B where it's like, talking about love and peace and, like Marvin Gaye, and being proud to be, in our culture. Like, it's just sad. That's why these young kids are just growing up, it's even in the suburbs, they want to be gangster. Like, what?
Yeah.
Shit, the Migos come from the suburb.
Yeah.
But that's the crazy. That's why I said. And then freaking Offset, he was in the Whitney Houston video when he was younger.
You lying? Which
Dance
one?
his little tail off.
Yes, that's
Yeah, I
got the
think you're on to
audacity.
something.
The audacity. I say, get out of here with that.
So is it safe to say? Is it safe to say that they get paid a lot of money to rap about it and promote it versus actually living it out? If I could just tell the story and portray it, the record companies are paying me X, Y, and Z amount of money. So why should I stop rapping about it if it's bringing me and my family wealth? I'm not thinking about the hindsight of the culture I'm creating for my people. Man, I come from poverty. So if this record company saying, hey man, you keep promoting this and writing this and promoting death, I'll make you a millionaire and change your dreams, change your family dreams, everything. So coming from poverty, who wouldn't want to, do that?
But this is
even
why
if it is a lie.
But this is why you should have more entrepreneurs, just like, out here where I'm at. Of course, it's the squeegee kids, and I always say I wish they had an entrepreneur program for them, because it's sad, like these kids trying to make money, but then you got the ones that's really out here, hurting people, and it's like, you see the kids that really need to do it for their families. And then you see the other, and you're like, this is just sad either way around. Like, you don't know what to do. You don't know whether to give some of the money. You don't know whether to say no. It's just sad when you see this. Like, make yourself your own entrepreneur. If you want to be a rapper, put your own music out there, like some of these people had to do when they had to put their own music out there back in the day. And they used to go up to them people that used to sell their music for $5 and be like, don't sell my music. I'm out here trying to promote my own music out of my trunk, not you. Do it like that, because when you become your own, or you create your own label, it's not easy. It's very hard. But if you want it, it's worth having. Do it yourself. Because it doesn't make any sense when you sign into these labels. Look, you owe them. Like right now, do we know if his mother gonna get the money, or if his label gonna get the money?
The label gonna get the money.
Label
gonna get the money because these men are not rich. They're rich to a certain degree. That's one of the when I really started liking Cardi B. Like I had already liked her, but when I really started liking her, it was more so after when she got into music, because she came, and Lil Wayne too. He did this as well, but Forbes and other companies are stating that, I believe they said at the point in time that Cardi B was worth like $30 million, and she pinpointed herself like, where, like what, like I ain't got $30 million. Like, I got you. Where this money at? Because she don't see it. But her net worth is 30 million. Well, at the time. Now I'm sure it's way more. But and the same thing with Lil Wayne. Like they say he was worth, I forgot how many $1 million. But Lil Wayne was just, when he did an interview, he was just like, yeah, no, don't be believing Google, and all of that stuff when they tell you how much money we got, because what they be talking about, I don't even be knowing. They be telling me I got $100 million, and I'm looking around like, where? I got $100 million. Where did $100 million at? But they don't realize that that's their net worth in total, meaning that all the catalog, the revenue that you're going to make off of it, the radio stations, all of the places you're going to eventually make money is where you're getting money from. That's why the smart people are entrepreneurs. That's why they go into other things. Rihanna is a billionaire because of Fenty. She's not a billionaire because of her music. Rihanna actually went into debt because of her music. Okay. So when she started doing her fashion line and it became successful, she's getting the majority of the revenue off of that. It's not some greedy person behind her stealing more of the money that she actually, she's getting what she's worth. These rappers are not. That 26 million that they're saying that Takeoff is worth, that should be sitting in his bank account. It literally is not. It isn't. That's why the record labels, again, because they attach all of these things that they say that Takeoff owes. He just came out with an album. They're supposed to pay us for that. They got to pay us for that. They're supposed to go on tour. They got to pay us for that. Was this? They got to pay us for that. So they'll add and attach all of these debts to the artist, so that the artist is basically forever in debt to set labels. So it's a high chance that no, Takeoff's family will not see any of the money that he had. Now, maybe a small percentage, like 3-4% of it, but they won't get what they are due because he was never going to get what he was due. So why would they?
That's true. That's true.
Are they able to take out a second? So another question is, are they able to take out a second policy on themselves? Like a private policy?
Already gone. He's already gone. So now if they have their own policies before his passing, then yeah, I mean, that it is what it is. But again, most families with somebody that's 28 years old is not thinking about putting a policy on them. Now they might have. I think it's smart to put policies on everyone, doesn't matter how old they are. You should put a policy on your newborn if you got one. When a person is born is when I feel like you should be putting policies on them, because you just simply never know what's going to happen. So again, it's if they had out their own policy, but it shouldn't take a person's policy, especially when you were as rich as Takeoff was. It shouldn't take a policy for the family to gain, to have something, because that's how most people would want it. I want my family, to reap from these benefits, not strangers or people that are rich strangers taking money and eating off something that my family, could be eating off of. So again, these labels will make sure that they tie that money up so that that family, give them a little percentage, a little cute little piece, but the record label is going to make money forever off of Takeoff. They're anytime their records are played, they're going to be making a coin. The family will not. They won't. That's the unfortunate thing. That was a very popular group, Migos, very popular. And Quavo and I would say Takeoff were the bigger two members of the group. That's why I feel like it was easier for Offset to leave and the group still be successful and still be together. So, because if Beyonce would have left Destiny's Child wouldn't have really been able to recover. But Offset left Migos and they were just fine. So again, the record label will make money off of Takeoff for the rest of existence until as long as their music is being played. But the family will not get any of those royalties or reap any of those benefits. They will not.
If they do, they probably get like a 5% of it, which is really nothing.
I don't even think they'll give them that.
No,
I don't think they'll get anything. I mean, besides the bulk of they might get a little cute piece of what he had in his bank account, because I don't feel like the record label could touch that. So whatever he has in his bank account now, that may be accessible, but his net worth is not in his bank account. There's not $26 million in Takeoff's bank account. No. There's not. So it has to be collected through other means, a person's net worth. So they're not just going to just sign over royalty checks and stuff to the family. They're not going to do that. Record labels are greedy.
That sound like that 360 deal everybody don't want.
Well, everybody's going to sign a 360 in some way, shape, or form. I mean, if they could rob Michael Jackson, they could rob anyone. That's how I look at it. If you can rob Michael, you can rob anybody. So it's up for the taking. And with the signs, like I get with conspiracy, because again, I'm not completely against conspiracy like theories and stuff like that about people. I just feel like when we're still trying to weed out information and figure out what happened, why add a conspiracy, with it, because that kind of diminishes the facts. So like right here in this photograph, one of the last photographs he took, he's playing Playboy Cardi, Stop Breathing.
Oh, wow.
if you look at the top of the music that Takeoff put on this photo, it's Playboy Cardi's song "Stop Breathing." I mean, so I mean, I get it, like with the videos and stuff, even with him being underneath those letters that said RIP in the last music video that he did with Quavo. I mean, I see, I get why people, you know, I'm definitely not against conspiracies. It's just we don't know what happened, so we're still trying to figure it out. So it's like in the process, why do we need to be talking about a bunch of Illuminati signs and stuff like that? What does that do?
Wait, did y'all see that post from that man that said to one of the Migos RIP? He did it way back in like March or May.
Yes, and there was a lady did the same thing. It was a guy and a lady
I
that
ain't
wrote
seen
the
it.
same thing, and I'm just like, I mean, but anybody could say that about anybody because you just truly never know.
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I
Could
mean,
have been,
look at that
could
as
have been
theory.
Offset because
That
that
man
is
has
for
always
real.
had
He
facts
was
on his
still part of the guys.
What was that blog that posted Offset and said that it was Takeoff?
E-News.
Because
Dumbass.
news to me that's the same thing, kind of like wishing something into for bringing something into fruition, manifesting. Because that's why people were so appalled because it's like clearly that is not who
Yeah.
passed away. But you know that because God forbid, you know, something happened to him, and then people are like, y'all remember when E News had put up, you know, rest in peace Offset, you know. So that's what I'm saying. You got to be careful with conspiracies, just because, you know, it kind of dilutes, you know, dilutes a lot of other, you know, information, you know. So, but yeah, I mean, I definitely see the signs. No different than with them bringing him to bringing Quavo to the event, you know, peace sitting right
That's
next to,
that bullshit.
you know, him waking up the next day talking about some he ain't know what happened.
Slide through the town, man.
You know,
Look at him.
have heard
Real
about.
comfort. Look at that shit. I don't see Takeoff nowhere. Takeoff said I ain't on that bullshit.
He was in the other video before they pulled off. I think he in the car in front of them or behind them.
Behind them, I think. The car behind them.
Takeoff ain't nowhere near them.
I mean, because that's another thing people didn't was thinking too, like, oh, he was already at the event. No, he was not. They came at the
Look
same
at
time.
that.
They were there, they pulled up pretty much at the same time.
Looking like a damn
Because they would do what most rappers do, check in. They wouldn't check in with the princes and they, you know, slid out with them.
Tell me why you need a gun in the front seat when y'all some rapping and music niggas.
Because you always got to protect you. I mean, again, people are told not to mess with the princess for a reason. Like there is a reason behind that, you know, and why the princes are respected so much. I mean, because a lot of people have lost their lives in Houston and surrounding areas, but you don't hear about nothing happening to no prince. And as much violence happens around them and people getting pop out and stuff like that, it ain't never one of them. It ain't never one of them. That wouldn't make sense for them to check in a Pam if they died. I mean, if Takeoff died. I mean, like, what was they just giving them money just to give it to him? I pay you for safety and checking in and whatnot, and this what happened? This the end result? So is that why y'all feel that's the reason that Jay Prince the senior came forward and apologized about Takeoff's passing because he was supposed to make sure he was protected and he didn't? I don't know.
Maybe.
Jay Prince post was kind of cryptic to me.
Very cryptic. Very cryptic. Especially when he got to the part about the weapon and about
Yeah.
knowing how to use it and having your eyes closed and all of that. It's like, is that a dig?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
it's true what he's saying, but it's like, is that a dig? Like, are you basically saying like my shooters don't miss? Like, so
Right.
that's one of mine because my people don't miss, so they don't close their eyes. You know, when they do, they keep their eyes open the whole time. You know,
We know what we doing. Was it y'all? Yeah, that kind of made me triple think about that. Not just that from the beginning, from what he was saying. How he even did the rest in peace part. That was confusing to me.
I was confused at him talking about that was his nephew and all of that. So I'm like, how did he become your nephew? When? Why he gone? Quavo is that man uncle, and he the one that's over there greeting
Yeah.
his nephew. I said that's kind of disrespectful. Like, I mean, I don't know. That's I don't know. I'm just like that's literally somebody's nephew that just passed away, literally. Like, and you sitting here claiming this man like y'all were close. You were not close to Takeoff. Like, stop it. If anything, you had a closer relationship with Offset and Quavo.
Mm-hmm. But I tell you what, Takeoff will never pit nobody over his uncle, yo. Like, you watch the Drink Champs. Every question they asked Quavo, I mean, it's like Takeoff had to wait for Quavo to answer it first, so they can agree on the same answer. Like, who you pick, Cardi B or Nicki? Okay, Nicki. It's like everything, you know what I mean, Quavo said, it's like Takeoff okayed it. So it seemed like he never could step away from his own until this album, you know what I'm saying?
I agree. Crazy. Craziness, craziness, craziness.
Well, I'm gonna drop back down in your chat, Sean, and let somebody else up here. Thank you.
Thank you for coming up, sweetie. Love
I
you.
love you.
Thank you so much. How do y'all feel about him saying here that, because y'all know he apologized the next morning and stated, well, not apologized, more so said like he heard about what happened. It's like, you were there. Like, why are you talking about you heard about what happened? You were there. Like, that's crazy.
He was trying to cover himself.
That is insane.
He was
But I
trying.
do wonder though if he was actually there, because you don't really see him after this, after dropping them off. You don't really see him anymore. You see his brother, often in all of the photographs and leaving, and whatnot after the incident and whatnot. You see him a lot, but you don't really see this brother. So I wonder if he was gone. Because I mean, he could have, I don't know, he could have still been there. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but I mean, I didn't see him really much in any, videos or pictures or anything. Even when they were in there gambling and playing dice and stuff like that, you don't see him. Like, he's not in there. He's not in there.
It was somebody that looked like him that when they was walking out that had on a yellow hat though. Instead of a green, because I kept saying that looked like him, but why would he change his hat? But then it was also, that's why I say it's so many different, when you look at the different videos, even down to the brother having makeup on. When he walked out, he didn't have makeup on.
He didn't.
So it was like even the switching of the hats, I was like, I kept looking at it and I was like, well, that's possible. He could have switched his hat. And
probably with the lighting in there, because on one video it showed his Quavo shirt red and it looked orange in another one.
That's true.
Yeah.
So it could have been the lighting of it.
Yeah.
Might have been him.
And then it's also the yellow hoodie too, because the yellow hoodie in that lighting does look white. So the guy that was in the yellow hoodie, the Lil Cam dude, he had on that hoodie, and it did in certain like stills and videos, the hoodie from the lighting did look white, or more so the color of that he's wearing in this car right now. So I think a lot of people mistook that for him as well. But I'm just like, well, that'll make sense because that person didn't have on a hat at all, and that person had dreads.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just like, well, that's not him. That's that Cam dude because he has dreads. His brother doesn't. The princes don't. So I don't know. It's a lot. It is a lot. There's a lot going on. So I can see why the police would be so confused. But once they got the footage from the bowling alley and the mall, they have way more clarity because they'll see it in its entirety, not a bunch of clips or this person got this video, this person got that one. So you got to put them next to each other, and try to figure out what happened because this looked like it happened right here and this did happen right here too. So let's put the timestamps together. It's a lot, it's a lot doing that. But with the footage they should have now from the bowling alley and stuff like that, they should know what happened by now. They should definitely know. And for it to be listed as a stray bullet, what does that matter? I mean, people still need to be arrested. So I know the police aren't going to try to end this investigation because they're like, oh, it's just an accident. It was a stray bullet. And no. 3 people were pow. 1 died. Like, no. Something needs to be done and immediately.
And it looked close range to be a stray bullet.
No, absolutely.
And he always and any even in the picture and even when you see him in the video, he always kind of like stood back a little bit to I guess see what was like trying to observe the like room. It seems like he's trying to observe what's going on exactly.
Right.
And even in that last video, like because you see people around him, it's like he's still trying to like observe like something is going on. Like something ain't right. But he was really like standing like in a little stance, like, and that's what they always tell you to pay attention to, people's body language. Like, and he was standing in a stance like something just ain't right here. Like, I'm watching and I'm seeing, even down to the argument. If somebody's trying to walk away, why would you, shoot?
No, absolutely.
If somebody's trying to leave?
I agree when you say body language is important. That's why with this picture, why it stands out to me so much is because of how Quavo is looking at Lil Cam. You could tell he is feeling something right here when it comes to this person. And it's not a positive thing. It's not a good thing, how he feels. It's more so of he seems alarmed, in some way by this person. This person's energy is affecting me,
Right.
So sometimes you feel away and you can't exactly put your finger on it. It's like a feeling in your stomach, or something. And, and sometimes the feeling explains itself right then and there, and sometimes it doesn't. But
And who's the person that the guy is that Takeoff in the back of the junior? Or in back of the girl that's in back of who's that guy?
No, that is not Takeoff. I don't know who that is, but that's.
I wonder where was he at in that picture.
And a lot of too, most of the girls I feel were still inside of the room. There were a couple out there during that small altercation, but I think those girls were leaving with the people that were leaving. So they may have been with part of either side's entourage, but there are a lot of girls there. A lot of girls.
Right.
It was way more girls.
And I give them credit. That one female, she's very brave because let me tell you something. She's telling it. And you got to worry about it. And I know that's another thing. You got to worry about yourself and your family. But, it should be a lot more brave people to say something instead of just watching it just go down and be like, forget it. Like, no. At some point in time, you got to just hold people accountable and say, listen, this is what really happened. I was right there. And, pray that nothing happens to you. But it's like, come on now. If we didn't learn nothing from seeing people that stood up for, civil rights and back in the day and what we need to have going on now, then come on now. We got to hold each other accountable. If you see something that wasn't right in the atmosphere, you're supposed to say it.
Yeah. People, I feel, get so used to we only stand up when another race does something to us that when it's time for us to stand up for ourselves and hold ourselves accountable and realize that a lot of this stuff that's going on, especially with the rappers, is black on black crime. We not are the literal reason because we are not involved, but we can help. We need to talk about these things more and do more things to prevent things like this from happening. We just hop and skip over when things like this happen because it feels more justified because it was black on black. When something is ignored, it gets worse. It does not get better. So that's why these things keep getting worse because we ignore these things. But then as soon as a white cop does something, then we're all over it. We're all over it. You can't get us to shut up about it. You know, when another race does something like a blackface or something like that, we're all over it. You can't get us to shut up about it. But when our own people are slaying our own people, we want to be quiet. You know, we want to excuse them. Oh, they're living in poverty, or they're this, or they're that. They're young, and what does that solve? Like, what does that fix? How is that teaching other young boys that's sitting there listening and hearing these things about these dudes out here trying to get quick come ups by robbing rappers and hurting rappers? You know, so what's going to stop them from doing that, especially if they're not being provided a type of lifestyle to where they can feel successful and be successful and feel like they don't have to rob people or join gangs and stuff like that. Like, what's being offered to them? What opportunity do they have? Houston is a beautiful place. Houston has how many wards? Like 5 or 6 wards or something like that. And the majority of the wards are bad. That's how most people look at it. It's like most wards are looked at as like ghetto, you know, like in Watts and places like that in California. A lot of those areas are looked at as ghetto, poverty-stricken, you know, areas. So with that being said, it's like, what opportunities are being provided for these young Black men and young Black women that would make them not want to enter this type of lifestyle? If you don't want your daughter growing up talking about she's selling her WAP, and if you can't buy me nothing, I'm not sleeping with you. If you don't want your daughter to be like that, and if you don't want your son to grow up talking about he got ops and he gonna pop ops and he gonna do this and he gonna do that, what opportunities are y'all placing in front of them so they don't feel like they have to go in these directions? Because when desperate times calls for desperate measures. Okay, so with that being said, like, what is being offered? What is the community actually doing to help the community instead of sitting around waiting for a white man to come in town and tell y'all that he's going to make everything okay? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Like, no, we don't need a savior when we can be our own when it comes to Black on Black crime. Places in Chicago is really bad with people hurting each other and harming each other. A lot of rappers there barely see the age of 16, let alone 21. Because of all of the Black on Black crime. It's like, we have to do something, but we choose not to. We choose to ignore it and wait for a white cop to do something so we can have a real reason, I guess, to protest, or, you know. The community needs to be held responsible. It's everybody. Everybody, like they say, it takes a village to raise a child. So if it takes a village to raise them, then that means that they are being inspired by a village of people, different people. And some of those people they're going to take more kindly to. If it's a nice guy in the neighborhood that's a school teacher and treats everybody respectfully, yeah, some kids are probably like him. But this dude across the street with all the chains on, they're talking to the fly chick that's in his car, he probably 9 out of 10 sells drugs or raps or, you know, something like that. That looks way more appealing to them than the school teacher that's doing his thing to try to put some education upon these children. So again, I feel that as the parent and as the community, we should get involved. You know, I saw these it was an older Black man and a younger Black man. They were literally fist fighting like hard. And I separated it. And when I couldn't separate it, because, you know, sometimes certain situations just don't get involved, I did call the police. I called the police for them because I don't want them to hurt each other. I'm like, this could get real bad. Like, and they were neighbors. So I'm like, okay, y'all could really, really hurt each other badly. You know, so let me step in. So when me stepping in, I called the police. And thank God one of them ended up moving, but they're alive, because that could have went a whole nother way. So we need to step in more. No different than all of those people that were at this event, but only a few of them came forward to state what happened. Again, we believe in protecting our own. Like, that is a problem when we need to get rid of, because this same boy, Lil Cam, that allegedly did what he did, he could do this to somebody else. That's why it's important to get these people off the street so we can save as many lives as we can, because with his mindset, life has no value. Life has no value. If you could take it that quickly over something like that, life doesn't have much value to somebody like him. So why not get him off the street? But then when he does something to somebody you related to or somebody you know, then all of a sudden you want like, that's crazy to me. Now he did somebody, he killed somebody in my family, so now he gotta go. No, he should have been in there. Like, help, you know, type of situation. But yeah, I just think the community needs to take more accountability when we are hurting each other. So maybe that will help it stop instead of ignoring it or walking past, like it doesn't matter. It does. It absolutely does. That's all I got to say about that right there. So yeah, to me the better consequences. No one should be scared of consequences. No, I get it. But there are good consequences and bad consequences. So if you look at a good consequence, him being taken off the street, a bad consequence is that now you could be a target because in the Black community,
Nobody want to
that's
snitch.
how it
Like
goes.
in the Black community, you label as a snitch if you telling what's going on. It's like it is not. It's like don't tell. Keep it in the streets. You know what I mean? Anybody that tell anything in the Black community, you label it as snitch. Like it's bad to tell. Like it's promoted. It's like the culture is bad if you tell it. In
The
Black
culture
community.
is horrible, and rap lyrics definitely push that. Snitches get put in ditches, and all of that.
Yeah.
That to me, somebody losing their life, that is not snitching. Like on the first 48, all of the people that do come in, because there's a lot of people that want no involvement and they know exactly what happened. But the ones that do come in, I look at them as heroes. Like you are a hero coming in here, giving this family, especially living the majority of the communities that it be happening in, for giving this family some type of peace. Like you are a hero to me because nobody cares until it happens to them. So when
Right.
you need somebody, you want somebody to come forward and speak, but you just saw something that happened to somebody and you ain't saying nothing. You won't hush. Why? Like it's crazy. Like I don't get that. To me, you're a hero. Especially if somebody lost their life, a child was taken or something like that. You know where they at or who could have did. Say something. That is heroic with saying something. Now you sitting there selling drugs or something with somebody and you get caught. Yeah, that's snitching if you say something. That's snitching to me. We robbed this bank, didn't nobody get hurt. You got caught. Don't snitch. Like, yeah, it is what it is. We all knew the risk going into this thing that we could get caught. But taking lives, no, you are a hero. That's how you are heroic if you could come forward and help a family get justice with somebody that they're going through enough pain. Hearing that the person that did it is going to be held accountable for it gives them some sort of peace. It's good news, very good news. Instead of the people that, because that's how it is in most Black communities. But rap has a lot to do with that, with snitching and people feeling like they cannot say something when something happens. Rapping is a big part of that, gangster rap especially. They preach on not snitching and they don't care what it's about. Do not snitch. Like that is some of the dumbest ish I've ever heard.
Right.
Let me tell you something, Sean. I work for majority of, and I know this about to sound bad. I work for majority of, Caucasian people, and they will tell on you in a dime a minute. They don't care. They tell on their own family members.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a disagreement with a girlfriend of mine years ago because she's mixed, and we were talking about, molestation and rape and the difference between, being, Black and the difference of being white. And I said, oh, y'all tell on y'all uncles. Y'all tell on Billy Bob, and y'all go get therapy. I said, we're told not to. We're told it's okay. Sweep it under the rug. You'll be fine. No, it's not okay. If you see something, say something.
Absolutely.
When in the white community, they will tell. They don't if it's their own father. They're going to tell. They're going to be like, my dad shot my brother.
Black people will tell on white people in a millisecond.
Right.
They'll tell on white people in a millisecond.
Right.
They're like, I don't know, but it was this white dude standing out there.
They show them real. Like, it'd be crazy to me. I'm like, I swear I've seen white families go against each other hard. They be like, cause she did this and she did that and he did. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, but us, no, we don't. And that's bad because it's like, if we could save, like you said, save a life. And we know that God forbid it's going to happen to our family member or our friends. Oh my, then we're gonna want to tell, oh yeah, well, I seen this. No, you do it in advance. You help that family grieve, like you don't just, I'm telling you, and then it's amazing that we'll just set up our own people. Like, I'm like, I don't understand this. Like, I swear, I think when I was younger, I'm like, I swear I was oblivious to all this. Like, I'm like, now that I'm older, I'm like, oh my God, why can't it be like apples and trees and rainbows? Like, why can't it be like that? But it's like, no, we want to make life so hard. And we're like, they say, Maryland is the crab state. And it's sad because as Black people, we can be crabs in a barrel. We want to tear each other down. And it's like, why? When you can have the same thing.
Shout out to Just Jay, but I completely I don't get what you're saying. People really think Black folks the only ones with the dysfunction. Shaking my head. Okay.
No.
Party, no, hold on. This party right here. Where do you see a white person? Okay. Why aren't more witnesses coming forward stating what happened? Because these are Black people. Okay. Black people are like that. They are. The proof is in the pudding. If this was an event of white people, the police would have everything they need. Everything they need. Because white people are not afraid to tell. They're not afraid to say what happened. Black people are, because they don't feel the same sense of protection that a white person would feel if they told on someone. Okay? A Black person telling on a Black person and going back to their hood, there's a lot of unsafe, they feel unsafe. They'll go tell on what happened, and then they'll go stay with a family member or something like that, somewhere away from the neighborhood, because there's no protection. People hurt people that tell. In the white communities, that does not necessarily happen. It does not. So they could go tell on somebody Black and go home and sleep and feel safe. Black people up all night, looking at every car that drive by slow. Anybody knock on the door, they rattled. Because there's no protection. Those Black people don't go tell on the force 48 and the police just sit outside their house. No, they're not protecting them. Those white police use those Black people for information so that they can solve their case and get their case rate higher and not care, and then be right back in the neighborhood the next week, now looking for the person, looking for the murderer that killed the person that just came and gave them information to find somebody else. Not right back in that same community for the person that just gave them information. Now they got to find the person that ended them. It's not like that in most white communities. It's a different type of sense of protection. So that's why I would encourage my people, because I myself have been a person that have saw things, especially as a child, teenager, and didn't say anything out of fear, of like what could happen to me if I say something and be labeled as a snitch. So yeah, I mean, it's a little different, in our neighborhoods. That's why I feel like it's more important for us. We need to hear it from somebody that looked like us, I feel, for us to be more comfortable doing it. I mean, a white person sitting down telling me like, oh, it's going to be okay, Sean. It's going to be okay. You don't know none of that. You don't know that. But you want this information. I get it. So that's why I said it's heroic, to, especially with something as crazy as somebody's life being ended. It's heroic to me to tell the truth, because I know if it was my family, I would love to have that peace of mind. And I would imagine that anybody else's family will want the same thing, to be able to sleep at night, at least sleep a little easier, knowing that person has been apprehended. But they just out there free because the Black community's scared to say what they saw, just so that person can re-enter that neighborhood and do it all over again to somebody else, just picking people off, and this person getting away with it just because don't nobody want to say nothing. Like, no, that's not cool.
And this started since slavery. This ain't nothing that's brand new. This been started since slavery. We go back and, oh, don't you tell what I did to you. Don't you tell that I got you pregnant. Don't you tell that I just sat there and beat your husband or beat your son. Don't you? So it's not about white versus Black, because let's get it. My mother was mixed and showed me all sides. So at the end of the day, it's not, I've seen dysfunctional white thing. Oh, it gets real. But they tell on each other.
But that's the thing, it's dysfunction everywhere. But the thing about it is there's different type of dysfunctions.
Yes.
We suffer from a different dysfunction. It's not for people that like us, that we ain't scared of nobody, this and that, nobody go ah. But then when it's time to get some information, then all of a sudden you're afraid. Like, no, that's not cool.
And it started since slavery. This been started since slavery. We go back and, oh, don't you tell what I did to you. Don't you tell that I got you pregnant. Don't you tell that I just sat there and beat your husband or beat your son. Don't you? So
I thought you weren't scary. I thought you're not afraid of anything or anyone. But you afraid to just say what you saw? Crazy. That's fear. People don't I should say not snitch because they just don't want to. No, the majority of the people that see things, they do want to say something. They're afraid, especially depending on where you live. If that person just got took out across the street, y'all ain't found that person, nothing that did that to them. Okay, why would I say something to y'all? Like, I ain't trying to be on that list. I don't want to be there. So again, with the Black community, it is a very small ratio of people that come forward and state what they saw, something that they should be willing to do. White people, like, again, there's no battle or anything like that, but with white people, I feel that it don't matter where they live, they're going to state it what they saw just because the protection is different. They feel protected differently. When you somewhere in a hood, or not even in a hood, you living in an area where you barely see police officers unless there's a crime. The only time you see the police is when there's sirens, type of situation. Then it's going to be a little harder for somebody like you to want to say what you have seen. Like, it's going to be a little harder. Is all I'm saying, because the sense of protection is low. So you feel like you basically on your own. I'll tell you this information, and then it's all on me after that. And that can be a lot. So that's all I'm saying. Ain't got nothing to do with like a disrespect for white people or anything like that. No, it's just that it's just different. If you weren't raised in those type of areas, then you probably won't understand. But if you were, then you completely get it. You're just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get that. Like, living where I live at, no, snitching really ain't the thing to do, and it's telling anything is snitching, no matter what it is, it's listed as snitching. Even if you help saving a life, or anything like that, it's still viewed as snitching, and nobody wants that, especially in certain areas. You don't want that as your title. Look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. He was listed as a rapper, and he still is to this day. Till this day, don't nobody trust him, don't nobody want to be around him, nothing.
Yeah.
So you just gotta, just different strokes for different folks. Is all that is.
He played both sides to me though. I just can't stand him.
No, he definitely. He does. But it's like that with the Prince families too, because again, you ain't coming live telling people this your city and not having police in your pocket. Like they have, I don't know who in their pocket, but there is definitely people in their pocket. So that's a little different when you come forward. So to me, they playing both sides as well.
Yes.
Really. Play both sides as well. They supposed to be looked at as hardcore people not to F with, and then at the same time, it's like they got the police backing them as well. So because Jay Prince done called in a lot of favors for a lot of people. He absolutely has. So Jay Prince Sr. has called in a lot of favors for a lot of people. He sure has. So I don't, again, we're not stating in this live that Lil Cam has passed away. Again, there's reports on the internet that are saying that is completely false, that he is still alive, that it is capped with people going around sharing fake stories. So as far as we're concerned, I guess he is still alive. There's no reputable source with credibility that has stated that he has passed away. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's still alive. He is still alive as far as I am concerned. Until like a neighborhood talk or TMZ or Houston actual news, like Houston, the news or the police in Houston come forward, and state that, then I'll take that as being more believable. When it comes to his age, I have been looking up his age. I don't see where his birthday is listed or anywhere. So again, that website that we were in earlier, they stated that he was 16 years old. I did not state that. I'll pull it up real quick. Is it this one, Freshers Live? Yes, Freshers Live. Right here, Freshers Live. They stay here Lil Cam is a 16-year-old rapper, producer, and songwriter. His real name is Joshua Isaiah Cameron. Okay. So that is not me. I am not making that up. There are people in the chat saying that he gone. Okay. The whole chat before was saying he was still here. Any closing remarks before we get out of here, y'all?
I'm just praying that they find closure for the family of Takeoff. I'm praying that Quavo and Offset. I'm praying definitely for their relationship, that they mend whatever they had going on, because this is showing them that life is too short. And, you never know if your family or friends are gonna, make it to, at this point, any age. And I'm just praying that they find justice, and I'm praying that people start really holding other people accountable, because this world is really showing us that because there's no accountability, it doesn't matter of age, race, that it's okay to do the bad things on this earth, and they're just gonna be okay. The suspects, and that we can walk around here, we can be a victim at any time, and we have to keep our eyes open at all times, even if you're a regular bystander. So I'm just praying for definitely that they get closure. I'm praying that the people start really speaking up in this situation. I understand that it's a hard situation because you never know if it's going to come to your door. But hey, at this point, if you believe that there's a higher power, then guess what? Don't worry about the rest. Just leave it that I can protect myself, and the higher power is going to protect me, and I'm going to keep him first. And so, I'm just praying that they get was closure to them and other families also, because this is a sad world that we live in, that even your children can be an innocent bystander, anybody. Yeah, that's pretty much my closing words. And I thank you, Sean, for having me. And I absolutely love you and love your show. And I'm just praying for everybody in the chat and, the whole world at this point.
Thank you so much for coming up, sweetie. And I agree with everything you just said. Every single last word. Thank you so much. I don't want to. Is your name really Kimberly? I don't want to call you Kimberly. I don't. Is your name really Kimberly? Kimberly.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm smoking this blunt, man. I got stuck.
Oh my God. Them eyes over there low.
I've enjoyed the show, my brother. This is the first time I've been on the platform. But before I hopped in the live, I just wanted to tell you I enjoy how you break down the evidence that we do have. Your perspective is one I hadn't heard before, and so that's what kind of drew me in. So I just appreciate you, Sean.
No, thank you so much. I really appreciate that as well. We welcome men to the platform because y'all be acting like y'all scared of us, but clearly y'all not. So shout out to y'all, you and Jay. Shout out to Jay. I appreciated him coming up as well. I had a lot of fun with y'all. I love when we get to talk about topics like this because they do need to be talked about more, and it's nice when we can do it in a creative way. Hold on, let's answer this real quick. Okay, so is Cam dead or alive? I keep saying different stories. As far as I'm concerned, light skin Angie, he is alive. There's no actual proof or any true reputable creditable sources that have stated that he has passed away. So until I read something like that from somebody that's credible, because these sites, like I said, they posted it, but I don't know them. So I can't give them any credibility. This SNBC 13, I can't give them any credibility. I'm just stating it because this is where the information is coming from. And it's also the same thing with the Freshers Live. I don't know these people. I have no idea. So I can't say that these people are being honest and that these people are telling the truth. So as far as I'm concerned, he's alive. That's just what it's giving. It's giving he is still alive. Thank you for asking, because a lot of other idiots keep coming in the chat and saying that we are trolling, saying that he passed away when the title literally says Takeoff alleged shooter Lil Cam found unalive in Fifth Ward in Houston at 16 years old, question mark. So it is a question, not a statement. But you got a lot of slow people on here, girl, real slow. And I'm not talking about born with a disability or anything like that. I'm talking about just idiots that never made it through school, that was in such a rush after the 5th grade to have sex that they pretty much just dropped out after they lost their virginity at 11, 12 years old. So for those idiots, you know, that keep coming in here telling us we trolling when it's literally a question, not a statement, but you know. But yeah, so as far as I'm concerned, he is very so much still alive. But thank you for having sense and asking the question instead of just coming in here just telling us what we over here saying. Like, shout out to Laugh Gags and Gossip. Right, we're reporting the story. People don't listen. We said no official statement. Thank you, Laugh Gags and Gossip. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to her channel. Agreed. We're just recovering what's out there. We don't make the news, we just report it. So we're not coming for like he's gone, we know this for a fact. Nobody said that. Like, but then you got idiots that want to be right instead of listen. You know, they do more talking than listening. So, you know, they overlook everything that makes them feel that they are incorrect and look right at what they feel that's going to make them right. So, well, your title of the story says found unalive. That's what it says in the stories that I brought up. Girl, it's saying right here. My God, Lil Cam, who is Takeoff's killer, was shot dead in Houston. Lil Cam in 5th Ward. Like, dead means unalive, duh. Like, y'all are so weird. And they're talking, my title do got a motherfucking question mark on it. Yes, it do. Bam. Go up there. Go look at it. Go look at it. Like, y'all weird. Like, here we go. Another degenerate. Another degenerate. There we go. Another degenerate. Like, here, flip. Like, it's a whole question mark up there. Do you know that the question mark is the circly squiggly line and then it has a dot underneath it? Are you thinking exclamation, weirdo? Do you have your punctuation confused? Because we don't. We don't. My title, I'm looking at my title with the question mark. I didn't edit it, nothing. Like, you're weird. Like, ugh. Like, I'm saying it because they did. Like, weird. Like, girl, bye. You people are weird. Like, you people are weird and dramatic. You know, like, for nothing. For nothing. Oh, you ask? I'm not asking you anything. Why are you still here? Like, okay, I want this person gone. Get rid of this person. And I also want, there's another person. I want this person gone too. I would hate for you to have to watch corniness. Okay. We'd hate that for you. we'd hate that. Bye. Bye. You over here. Like, you're at my house. Get out. Like, get out of my home. Like, bye. Well, you're gonna be so missed. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing that you're not gonna be over here anymore. Like, what am I gonna do? Ugh. I have to figure out my day now that this person has walked out of my life. Oh my goodness, what to do? What to do? Yeah, I want them gone. So yeah, get rid of them. Gross. Gross. I don't want them in my life anymore. Moderators, please get them out of my life. Thank you. Please and thanks. I don't ever want to see them again. Hair flip. So see you guys under the next troll accounts, because you will be back. Like, I know you will. I am it. I am that girl. So you will definitely be back. Yeah, I want that person out of my life immediately. I want that person out of my life. So Amy says, you just see J Prince Jr. turn around and walk away while Takeoff is on the ground. I know, they told me about that. That makes me sad. That makes me sad. I'm just like, dude, how do you just walk past him like that? Why do you just walk past him? Thank you, Tip West. Yeah, gone. Bye. Like, girl, they be trying it. Could be trying it. They used to be over here putting words in our mouth, like, how you over here saying, like, who over here saying what? You know, like, we deal in receipts, we deal in facts. I put one receipt on the screen that Lil Cam has passed away. And I put one receipt on the screen that he is alive. You know, so what are you talking about? You just seem upset to be upset. It seems like you're just mad that almost 2,000 people were over here and you can't pull in 10, 11. Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me. Are you mad? Are you mad, girl? Are you mad? Are you mad-ish? Big mad. I am calm as a cucumber. Please clam down. You want me to calm or clam? I don't know. Get that right. So yeah, it's the right sounds about right there. Right. Or yeah, right. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to pull this coming up. Ooh, where did it go? Right here. The YouTube police, girl, I tell you, they something. Protect Your Peace says, Sean, did you see the heartbreaking and touching nurse interview? Well, on Storm My Bro. Was she on Stormisha's? Was she over there? Was she over there on Stormisha's? Where was she at, girl? I seen some clips. Was she on Stormisha channel, girl? Because he swear he got an exclusive. Was he over there? Was she over there, girl? Was she over there? Because, girl, right, me too. Me too. Take some time. People could be dyslexic and cannot read properly. I don't care. You take some time. No. I don't okay if they dyslexic. What's that got to do with me? They should have that as their name. I'm dyslexic. Give me a minute. They should have that as their name and they should write it backwards so they can make sure they can read that as well. My girl, ain't got nothing to do with me. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing. I promise. False, his brother said he alive. You sitting here holding on to this tree. Can you hold on to my title with the question mark above it, girl? We didn't say he passed away. We don't know him, and neither do you. And I hope you confirmed that was his brother. Girl, I hope they confirmed that wherever you went and watched it, because I know you don't know him. I know you don't. So wherever you went and watched him, I hope they confirmed that was his brother before you just run around talking about what his brother said. Okay, wrong. Well, they better turn on CC, right? Closed caption, right? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Right, not enough fiber in the dots. Yes. I hope they confirmed it was his brother. You know, because y'all just believe anything. Y'all just run with anything. I could have pulled up Jay and said, oh, yeah, here go his brother, y'all. Here go his brother. This Jay Williams. This is his brother. Now he's still alive. And y'all just ran with, I'm just over there on Sean Everywhere show. And they said his brother was over there. And his brother said he alive. You know, y'all just do anything, but y'all so smart. Y'all are so smart. Girl, y'all so smart that y'all dumb. Y'all so smart that y'all dumb. Because I does my research, honey. That's why I always come with a question. And I love to talk to the audience because sometimes the audience knows things that we don't. They see things that we don't. So that's why I like to deal in receipts and not conspiracies. That'd be them coupons for me, girl. We don't deal in coupons. We deal in receipts, purchases. A coupon is a purchase later. No. Now, if you're going to hand me a coupon, make sure it's a receipt with it. Show me that you bought it. Why you want me to buy? Why folk come? You want me to buy something you won't buy? Well, why? Why folk come? But y'all so smart. Y'all be so smart that y'all dumb. Ain't nobody over here said that man gone. Who besides reading an article of other people stating it? Like, oh my God, I'm not friends with Lil Cam. I don't know him. And neither do you hoes. Like, collect yourself. Get it together. Protect Your Peace says, Sean, I believe the nurse interview is on a local Houston channel. Okay. She was the nurse who was trying to help Takeoff and was there with Quavo when he cried out. Oh. Yeah, I've been seeing clips of it. So I will have to go check that out. I will. Right? They be swearing they be reporting something. Like even shout out to King AK-47 and whatnot. He didn't put up no receipt or nothing. All he said was that he was on Twitter. Okay, anybody can be on somebody's Twitter. That does not prove anything. I have 4 people in my life that have my passwords to all of my stuff. Like him diddling around on Twitter. So if somebody got Takeoff's passwords and stuff and they go on Takeoff's any of his, social media, does that mean he's back alive? Like y'all are weird. Like I'm not going to state that because his Twitter has moved or he's blocked or removed 3 people. And that don't mean it's him. It could be, absolutely. But it could be somebody that has information, left his phone with. You never know. So, yeah, I just find that weird. But okay. That's not a receipt, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's how I look at it. Somebody can go underneath, Takeoff's account right now. He's still gone. He's still not here, unfortunately. He's still not here. So just because the Twitter is active, he alive. Look on Instagram. He green on Instagram. He here. Yes. No, that does not mean that. So, like I said, I'll hear it out. But that doesn't mean, what King AK-47 just said is true. It doesn't mean it's false, but it doesn't mean it's true. It's not, he feels like he knows for a fact that old boy's still alive. Okay. All right. I deal in receipts. So that's all. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's how I look at it. I mean, that's how they acting Linda B. Oh, he green. He alive. He look. I sent him a message. He didn't reply. He didn't respond. Okay. If that's what you want to go on, I mean, hey, let me read this to you. We have another idiot. Let me read this to you, girl. Let me read this to you. This article is from Freshers Live. That's not me. That doesn't say Sean Debbie. I'm assuming you're not dyslexic. I'm assuming you can read. Oh, okay. This isn't my site. I don't own it. I have nothing to do with it. It says right here. Here you go, fella. It says right here that he passed away. Okay. Takeoff's killer was shot dead in Houston. Again, I didn't write that. This is not my site, weirdo. And also weirdo, because you niggas is getting weirder and weirder. It says right here, who is Lil Cam? Lil Cam is a 16-year-old rapper, producer, and songwriter. I'm gonna need you to go take your grievousness out with Freshers Live. I'm gonna need you to go over here and tell Freshers Live everything that they have is cap. I'm gonna need you to go let Freshers Live know that they is cap. I didn't write this, idiot. And I would appreciate if you go tell your dumbass friends, because I didn't write this. Y'all love blaming because the party that speaks, I speak. And since I'm speaking about what they said, you feel like I'm saying that I didn't. I didn't. With your cockeyed ass. I did not write this. I did not. Ooh, you want to blame it on me so bad? Ooh, you can't. Ooh, you want to blame it on me so bad? Ooh, you can't. Ooh, you want me to be dumb so bad? Ooh, you can't. Ooh, you want me to be capped so bad? Ooh, I'm not. I'm like, ooh, now go tell your friends, your other friends. Go tell them idiots. All of y'all sit in the same row looking on the same lollipop and y'all talk about this story. With y'all weird ass. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. That's all I got to say about that. That's all I got to say about that, Lil. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Dude, this is fun. Sister Amina says slow people use the internet to write. And boy, there are a lot. Yes, a lot. You ain't never lied. These people are idiots. They coming up here slow. They coming up here mad slow. It's just like nobody said that. And we laugh at white people too. You don't see these white people over here literally smoking meth and stuff on camera, cussing each other out, literally fighting each other, all of that. We laugh at them too. Just don't be black no more. Girl, if you feel like we so embarrassing, don't be black anymore. Girl, use some bleaching cream. They have soaps now, and all of that. But please don't, because you're insecure and basic, don't make us feel that way. You're not going to do that. We're too strong for that. But you tried it though. And we laugh at white people too. You weird. Like, oh my God. Girl, I could be over here saying all type of devastating stuff towards my own community, and I'm not. I'm calling them weird, slow, and weird, and idiots. Like, I could be saying way crazier stuff. So shut your ass up in that hard hat, girl. Take that hat off. Maybe enough oxygen going to the top of your head, girl. But we laugh at white people too. I can put some links up if you want me to, so you can go over there and watch how disgusting these white people be treating each other on here, girl. You should go over there and take a gander, girl, because we may roast and gag and kiki, but they doing things completely different, girl. They doing it completely different. So shut up talking to me. Thanks. Girl, it's annoying. Just like, ugh, girl, ain't you at work? I need you to act like it. But back to my people. What my people saying? Hey, people, because I'm about to go. Lil Green Eye says, sorry, I'm not laughing at another human. Yes, Sean, you are right. I'm not offended by being laughed at all. Right, me neither. Like, okay, white people laugh at us. What about it? We laugh at them too. Do you see what they be wearing? Girl, we laugh at them too. Do you see how they treat each other? Like, that's what we so annoying about y'all. Like, go watch other races before you just come for ours. Like, that's mad weird. Like, that's mad weird. A shout out to Candy Girl. She said she sent a super chat. I'm sorry, sweetie, if it flew past. I'm sorry. I love you. Shout out to Melanie too. She said one. I'm sorry, they just be flying past. I didn't see a Candy Girl, but thank you so much, Candy Girl. You're so sweet. Thank you. Love you. Thank you so much. But yeah, they just feel like, they just laugh at us like it ain't no other race. Latino people don't laugh at us. Asian people don't laugh at us. Just white people, huh? Okay, but you so smart. That's why I said y'all be so smart that y'all dumb. Y'all act like the only race other than black is white. There's so many other races and nationalities. Yeah, only white people are laughing at them. Only them. Because only black people treat black people badly. Only black people. Shut up. You sound dumb. You sound it and you look it. Laugh guy said, and TMZ has picked up stories from YouTubers consistently. They absolutely do. Consistently. So y'all not coming for Sean Jen, girl, they could never. What now? All my people in the building, my people don't play about me. My people don't play about me, okay? Shout out to JC. Sorry, y'all, I didn't mean any disrespect earlier. Totally heard wrong. No, we love JC. I like JC. I like all of the comments that you've been having in the chat. Oh, you talking about to the moderators? Because the moderators is vicious. But no, I like JC. Everything that they've been saying in the chat, I pretty much agree with. Yeah, like, Protect Your Peace said, yeah, she's a slow one. Always just trip on and laugh at each other. Absolutely. Like, girl. I guess only black people do that. I guess it's only black people that do that now, I guess. Which I find weird. Because again, everyone is human. I mean, it's a human thing, not a black thing. But yeah, that's a little weird. Thank you, Lissandra. I love you. Oh my God, I love you. Thank you. And you just gave him another satisfied racial moment. Ha ha. Ha ha. I just find that funny. This is my house. Absolutely. If I tell you that you need to put some lotion on your face because your face is coarse, I'm gonna need to put some lotion on your face because I am a woman. Okay, I am Britney Spears. Yes, they be trying it. It's like, girl, just sit back and listen, girl. I'm here to provide commentary, not you. Okay. And these people don't ever hit the link. That'd be the weird part. That'd be the weird part for me. They have so much to say in the chat, but they don't ever hit the link, girl. Cat got your tongue? Cat got your tongue, girl? Okay, we have 3 hours. That's why I was waiting for the 3-hour mark. Okay, y'all, I love y'all so much. I will be back on another update. I'm going to do another video like this, and I'm putting that he's 16 in it, and I'm saying that he was found unalive. Since I'm clout chasing, since I'm just doing this for money, I might as well collect as much coin as I can grow. So we will be back live. We absolutely will. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Everybody that came on the panel, thank you so much. Everybody that sent super chats and cash apps and all that good stuff, thank you. I love you all. And until the next show, oh my gosh, bye. Fresh, 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 fresh.